And what he did is he took those videos and he spoke about them. So why are you angry at him for doing that? Why are you not angry at the black women who were in those videos in the first place? Why are you angry at Tommy for showing those videos? Why not go right down to the root of the problem, which is the women who are displaying that behavior in the first place? Why are you mad at Tommy? Be mad at the women who are allowing you to be painted with a certain narrative.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Exactly. You are absolutely right.
So why are you upset? Why are you mentioning Tommy?
Well, I'm telling you, that's the era that I grew up in, when I was exposed to stuff like him on YouTube. So I feel like he's the godfather of the anti-Black female campaign that has been launched by Black men and many other Black men who seek to they obviously have this agenda to drag the image of Black women through the mud, because I can easily drag the image of Black men through the mud by cherry picking. Well, not really cherry picking, because the hood culture, the ghetto culture, which is a very degenerate culture, is the predominant culture among African Americans. So by showcasing ghetto hood rat culture to the masses to say, oh, well, did you know that Black men leave 70% of Black children born out of wedlock into single parent households, but then also date interracially and leave 92% of biracial children fatherless as well? Did you know that 70% of, I can say this, did you know that 70% of Black women and girls have been molested or raped at some?
Okay. That whole 92% is done with a very small sample population and like one junior college. It's not an actual thing. Yeah, I missed the stream too. I'm actually just watching it, like live, or not live, but I'm just watching it like, for the first time right now. I kind of came in at the end, and she was already closing up, her and Danica. But for whatever reason, Jessica's stream didn't come up on my notification. Anyway, what did I want to say? Yeah, so I just went back like an hour and seen what they were talking about. Somebody said I should do an after stream, so here I am. All right. Oh, that 92% thing is bullshit. That's basically them asking like 50 people or 50 women who dated interracially, that question. It's ridiculous.
Some point in their life, typically by a Black male in their family. I can do this as well. But obviously, if I'm doing that, I have an agenda. If I'm focusing solely hold on, we're going off track here, because I remember I wanted to read you a comment by a young girl. This is where I was going with it. I brought up the Tommy Sotomayor thing to lead into other platforms by Black men that degrade Black women. And then I was going to read to you a comment. See, I lost my train of thought. Read to you a comment by a young girl who's a teenager and what she had to say about why it is that she's divested now and why a lot of her teenage friends are divested as well. That's where I was going with the Tommy Sotomayor thing. He was the start of it. And then other platforms, and then the degradation of Black women by these boys.
It's not the start of hate. It's not the start of degrading Black women. Do you know what the start of degrading Black women is? Black women's behavior. Black women's behavior. And this is what you're not addressing, because you said, yeah, I know. And then you went totally off topic. You went totally off topic and started blaming it on Black men again. Okay. Do you not see that?
This is true.
I see it now that you're pointing it out. But I was going somewhere with it.
Now, it's funny. She says now that you pointed it out, because she said that she came from the Tommy Sotomayor era. And that was like 10 years ago. That is where she got her start. That is where she began 10 years ago. And now Jessica says it and it's like, oh, yeah, they have a problem too. Really?
So
you're going back to the narrative where Black men are in the wrong.
Well, for many things, they are in the wrong.
What are they in the wrong
about? I believe that both parties are in the wrong.
We've established that Black men are not in the wrong when it comes to, showing videos of Black women choosing to behave a certain way. I don't know if you caught the beginning of my show, but I replayed a video of a woman named Courtney. and how she acted when she came onto my show. And Courtney called back in and she was crying and she was saying, why are you doing this to me? Why are you making me look like this? And I said, Courtney, you made yourself look like this. You did that, not me. I could never have replayed that video of her.
Now, is Courtney the one that challenged her to a fight and stuff like that?
If she hadn't acted like that in the first place.
Yeah, you're right.
It's the women who are doing this. And then they're sitting down complaining about other people talking about them doing what they're doing. If you don't want people to talk about it, then don't do it in the first place. It's a very, very simple solution. A very simple solution. Don't be mad at somebody else. Be mad at yourselves. Be mad at the other women who are making you. If you're a good black woman and you don't display any of those behaviors, you need to be angry at the black.
Okay, here's the thing about her, fellas, and I want y'all to pay close attention or take special notes. Good black women do not co-sign or defend bad black women. I repeat, good black women do not co-sign and defend bad black women. You see, a lot of women like to come online and they like to use their interview voice. What do I mean by that? They like to use the same professionalism that got them that government or that nonprofit organization job. But it's a front. It's code switching, as they say. They code switch, hop online, so they do not damage the reputation of black women while defending the rights of those that do. A true woman who behaves like this as a regular behavior do not jump to the defense of those who don't. She is here in her own best interest so she can be ratchet without repercussions. This is her interview voice. She is code switching.
Women who are displaying the negative behavior. Don't be angry at men for calling out behavior that no one would tolerate. Why are you angry at the men? Call out your fellow women.
Yeah, I do call them out. We hold both the men.
No, she don't. And the only time they do, someone like her does, is when it's as a prerequisite just to say that they did it, you know. Let's say something like, you know, yeah, black women could use some work, but black men, they really, really, really need to change. You know, it's kind of like that type of, oh, I call them out too. You know, it's kind of like HIV is a problem, but cancer is a problem. You know, it's soft pedaling one thing and then, you know, calling out the thing that you really want to call out. You know, kind of like if you go to a Black Lives Matter rally, you know, it's like, okay, yes, police shootings and police brutality is a problem, but you know, the alphabet jihad community has real problems. You know, it's just disguising what they actually want to do.
Men and the women accountable, but I'm telling you why the women are mad at the men right now, because that was the name of the video title. Why are they angry? And I'm going to tell you why the younger generation is angry, and then I have speculations as to why the older generation, which is the women inside of the TKO lady and was Cynthia. I have speculations as to why they're angry. But these notifications, I'm sorry, let me turn them down so they don't interrupt anymore. There we go. I was going to tell you why the younger generation is mad, and that was going to give you speculations as to why I think the older generation, Cynthia and TKO's generation, are upset.
Okay.
So, yeah. So Tommy Sotomayor was me leading into internet culture and how that affects the younger generation's perception of black men. So I'm going to read this little girl's comment. It says, the hamster army. It says, and she's responding to, what's his face? The guy with the glasses who was talking to that woman. But she says, the way he degraded her and got off on hurting her. Honestly, I have never in person faced the violence and scrutiny black girls have received. Hold on.
Wait. Is she talking about the Kevin Samuels interview?
Yeah.
How, and this is the stretch, right? How is she, even just to start off, how is she equating the Kevin Samuels interview to violence?
Forget all of that. Forget all of that, Jessica. How is she, as a young woman, likely with no kids, equating a 35-year-old woman with a child to herself? It's funny. This is a trip with Black women. Provided that this was a young woman who wrote this. This is probably like an older woman who wrote it, pretending to be a younger one because she knows that's the only way men give a shit. But here's the problem. The problem is that is that a lot of Black women, no matter how different another Black woman is, they see themselves as the same. Like, that could be me. Like, no, she's twice your age. How could that be you? Like, this could have happened to me. Like, nah, this is pretty much, she was wearing red in a blue neighborhood, talking crap, and she pointing toy guns at people. It only happened to her in that very unique situation and circumstance. But they just feel like a one with like if a 300-pound Black woman were to die of diabetes, then a 120-pound Black girl would say that could happen to me. But she won't say that because that would mean that she would have to eat right and not get fat. But you know what I'm getting at.
I don't know.
Where is the violence in that? Comment. But then you're saying that this is how they feel. Well, the way that they feel is completely ridiculous. Completely ridiculous. You're talking about violence when he told a woman, he agreed with a woman that he thought she was average. Where does the violence come into this? And this is the stretches and the reaches that mean that nobody is taking this stuff seriously. People, I'll tell that girl to get a grip. And rather than coddling her and buying into the whole, pity thing that she's got going on, somebody needs to wake her up and tell her the truth. Because her searching for pity is going to get her nowhere. Not with any sort of with any sort of logical person, sorry. It's going to get her nowhere.
Yeah. Well, in this particular video, it wasn't just him that she's responding to, because she's responding to another female YouTuber who is posting him and then a compilation of videos like Black girl who got hit in her face with a skateboard for rejecting his advances, the Black woman who was thrown inside of the dump.
Now notice how she said female YouTuber. So basically the reason why this young girl probably is agitated is because of the propaganda that the female YouTuber is creating. What is this? Okay, so it looks like Zero's live. So I'm wrap this up soon. Hold on. All right, I'm gonna wrap this up soon. And anyway, I gotta go anyway. I didn't plan on doing this.
By a group of Black men. She's also
that compilation together. Why is Kevin Samuels even in a compilation with those people? How can you even relate Kevin Samuels' show to a woman being hit in the face with a skateboard?
Okay, I'll send you a link.
What sort of ludicrous stretch is that? No, but this is what I'm saying, Coriander, is that they're propagating something that doesn't exist. They're propagating the fact that they're trying to associate Kevin Samuels with violence. How do you make such a crazy stretch? Where does that come from? And this is where people are coming on to try and carry this victim narrative. And we're sitting back and we're saying we don't care. This is why people are saying we don't care. Because the whole argument is pathetic.
Okay. I would like to finish reading the thing to you, what the girl has said, okay? This is the perspective of the younger generation. She says, honestly, I have never in person faced the violence and scrutiny Black girls have received from Black boys in person. My online Black girlfriends have. Here's a quick little story. This girl is absolutely model tier. She has long natural hair, beautiful features, and curvaceous figure. She gets a lot of nice attention, specifically from non-black boys. So she is confident in her appearance. She said she came across some black boys who threw all sorts of color.
Oh, crap. Oh, crap. Please do not tell me that she's going to say pretty for a dark-skinned girl. I will lose my fucking mind if that happens. So basically, this young girl is confusing reality with online. And online is where she has all this stuff. Like, nothing is happening to this young girl in real life. In real life, everything is perfectly fine. But online, black men are monsters. No, they're monsters. Y'all see what's going on? So she's going to treat a black man in real life a certain type of way because of the way that it happened online. Very weird.
Insults towards her and her friends. She has been trying not to exclude black boys from her dating pool. She has been
exclude from her dating pool. So she has an entire pool of guys after her, and she has the choice to exclude it. Yet because somebody gets socked in the face in Sarasota, she decides to say, you know something, I'm going to exclude this bunch. Yes, these guys are actually into me, and they didn't sock me in the face, but no, I don't. You're a fucking moron.
Measuring it in percents of how much of a preference they are. It started off equal, then quickly dropping to non-black boys over black at 10%. Liking.
Where in the fuck did she get the 10% from? Where in the entire fuck did she get the 10% from? Was she just taking like pussy tallies? Does she have a spreadsheet of the dick that she sucked? Like, where how do you get 10%? You would have to have like a numerator and a denominator to do that. What in the entire gosh?
For black boys. After those groups harassed her, she said, I will never date a black man.
No, there's no numbers in gender studies class. There aren't any. They're stupid like that. The fact that you're studying gender is, as an adult, shows how stupid you are. Shave your armpits.
I can never see myself being with one after the hate they put my friends and me through. This is the case for a lot of group chats I'm in online. All of us are teenagers or freshmen in college. One girl is 14 and
okay, this is obviously made up. This is obviously made up. This is one of those, be silent or the future generation of women will divest type thing. But the person who actually wrote it is actually old. Do you know a young person that says that I'm 10% less interested in black men now? Like, what the hell?
She has come to this decision. One girl, she should make a YouTube channel because she's extremely well versed in leveling up, choosing the best man for the job, and character over color. Yet,
please have that young girl make a YouTube video. I would like to see it. In fact, let's do a scavenger hunt. Let's hunt for the young woman who actually feel this way, cammed up young. Let's do a scavenger hunt for that. For the women under, I don't know, say 25, that feels this way. I say 25 because Jessica's 25. Let's look for those who feel this way.
Yet even she said no to black men. She's 16. Her mom is, as we call it, a pick-me who kept spewing marriage love. Wow.
Oh, God. Why are these scenarios just always too perfect? I had a pick-me mom, and then there was this long hair, perfect, dark-skinned beauty that men just smacked in the face and treated like crap and said that you're pretty for a dark-skinned girl. And then they held her mouth open and took a shit. Like,
how she struggles. She said, I do not want my mother's life. My dad has over $500,000 homes, and her mom received practically nothing from that.
too perfect a scenario, right?
All of these girls are harassed on a daily basis. I only have to see.
She just said she didn't experience it in real life. Now all of these girls are harassed on a daily basis.
What's online, yet these girls experience these atrocities in person. And then she says, the Black community thinks traumatizing Black women is going to keep them here. Almost.
Were you traumatized? Bitch! No, this is all
young Black girls have social media. They can't deny the hate or act as though it doesn't exist like the older generations because we see it. For me, while I'd love to say I'm fully character over color, even I can't include Black boys in my dating options. One, because I grew up around other groups and am attracted to them. And two, the representation of high-value Black men, their mindset is nothing I want. I see too many despicable things happening over and over again. I am not attracted to one group of men, so even if I find a diamond in the rough, I'd much rather leave him to a Black girl hoping to find a good Black man.
So she claims to be a Black girl trying to find a good Black man, but if she finds a good Black man, she would leave him for another Black girl? That doesn't make any sense. Like, if you're a man looking for a job, you're like, you know something, this is a good job, but I'd rather leave it for another person looking for a good job. What is...
That diamond in a rough doesn't represent all Black boys, though. And Black girls are seeing this hate and lack of reciprocation of love. A Black girl has asked all Black girls.
All right. Coriander, I'm going to stop you right there because
please do.
All I hear at this point is blah blah blah. Honestly, just to keep it real, I'm just hearing waffle. Okay, I'm not hearing anything of substance. What I get from this is she went on this whole tirade, but began it with, I've never experienced any of this stuff in my
Jessica's
own
killing her
personal life. So she's never experienced that. And it's funny because whenever you tend to have these conversations, no one's experienced it. When I had the colorism conversation and I had all the women up here, none of them had experienced colorism. This woman hadn't experienced the things that she's talking about. But then they go on these whole diatribes of things that they've never witnessed and experienced in their real life. They're going off internet stories that anyone can make up, just like Marie came up here and made up a story. Just like I had Deanna on my last show who came up here and pretended to be a white woman. Just like I had, crazy Shana who came up.
She's killing these chicks. It's brutal. Brutal. Squeeze it, squash it, gamma.
On my show and pretended to be something that she's not. They're basing their real life mindset on these fake, made up.
My bad. Go ahead, Dusty. Dusty, you there? All right, let me play some more.
Up internet stories.
So you think the video of the Black boy hitting the girl in the face with the skateboard, the Black guys throwing the women, and these are made up videos?
Okay, listen, the one where the girl got hit in the face with the skateboard, absolutely disgusting. Disgusting video.
I don't think I've seen that one.
I would agree with you there. But how many videos do we see like that? Let's not walk around and act like it's the norm that boys are hitting girls in the face with skateboards because they reject their advances. We get them. Might be like, F you. Oh, blah, blah. Let's not act like it's an everyday occurrence that women are getting hit in the face with skateboards. Let's not.
I mean, another Black
and the woman that got thrown in the dumpster, she was in her 20s trying to kiss and touch a 13-year-old. That's why she got thrown in the dumpster. So let's stop again with the false narratives. Let's stop it. So Mr. Shane Vicious says most violence against black women is by black women. That's a fact. Every other race, XYZ, says, thank you for the super chat, the $5 super chat, thank you. Splash God says, stop using black men as an excuse to suck pink, BWs.
I don't want to interrupt.
Jim Nichols says, you cannot accept accountability.
What's up, Brown Bart?
Yeah,
I said, hey, yo, what's good? Peace, Chiefs.
Hey, what's up? Let Dusty go first. What's good, Dusty?
You know, these stories are all BS, and it's totally, you can tell that they're made up. You know, if these women like white men, you know, that's okay. Just come out and be honest and say, hey, I like white zaddy, you know, and that's what I want. You know, don't try and pin it on the black man and make up some elaborate, funny, suspicious sounding story about it. You know, because you can look at my profile and see that I'm relatively dark skinned myself. You know, I went out to high school in Texas. I approached this beautiful dark skinned girl. She was on the track team and everything, very proper like myself. And she rejected me, you know, and I didn't deck her in the face with a skateboard or come at her any kind of way. I just took the loss and kept it moving.
Mm-hmm.
You know. But this chick in question, she liked white guys. You know, so I saw her hugged up with a mediocre looking white guy on her Twitter. You know, so that's these younger chicks. I expect that, especially if they've grown up around a mixed group of people. You know, I live here in Louisiana now, so it's a bit different. So,
okay, I hear what you're saying. I don't think it's a collective like, but it could be like amongst the newer generation. But the truth of the matter is that a lot of these are just by older women who are just making shit up.
Right. A lot of these women, they're old, they're single, they're bitter, you know, they're mad for something.
Well, what they're doing is they're pretending like black men are losing out or getting them to do a scarcity mindset thing. And we're going to say, oh, no, please don't take our young pussy away. We'll shut down the Manosphere. Like, really? Fuck you.
No one cares what you think.
Oh, my bad. Brownbird, go ahead.
Nah, man, I was watching a stream or whatever. Like, it's wild funny, right? Because exactly to your point, it's all these older ladies that got the most like smoke for like brothers in the manosphere for like saying the same thing we always say, right? But I mean, I don't know if she was talking about the because I didn't really watch this clip, but I don't know if she was talking about the skateboard story that happened in Harlem with the dude that hit the girl over the head with the skateboard. But like, this is a thing. It's always cherry picking small situations to clarify and generalize us. And it's like, it's old. Like, we know that if you get a white man, I'm not going to care. Like, I'm not losing no sleep. You feel what I'm saying? I'm still good. Or from where I'm from, I'm still Gucci. So my thing about it is, at the end of the day, like, all of y'all are pandering to us at the end of the day. You're not, if you already have a man, number one, because one of the girls was talking all that crap about black men, but you have a black man. That makes no sense. And then Shorty sitting up there talking about, oh yeah, well, black men, statistics are not. And my whole thing about it is, at the end of the day, even if you was to get a white man, I still see you lame ass clowns sitting having a scrunched up face when you're with your white man, because you're still looking at me. So chill, ma. Relax yourself. Please step clear.
Well, it's anything to shut up Tommy Sotomayor in her case, you know. Like, look, Tommy, shut up, because it's causing young black girls to leave. Just look at this. Look at her thumbnail picture. Don't you want this thumbnail picture? Like, if you shut down, she might have had sex with you. No, that wasn't going to happen.
Black don't crack.
They can make stuff up, but not a sandwich. Thanks, King Gig. Yeah, absolutely. Like, they just sit there. They'll do anything not to have to submit. It's weird.
I know happily married interracial couples. They are not worried about black women,
Oh, and then in their lives, they always throw in the story of a pick-me that just got crapped on. They just got to throw that in there, because they like, oh, well, I can't be a pick-me because, you know, last time I seen a woman make a sandwich, a guy took a ninja star and threw it in her eye. So I'm not gonna be a pick me because that's what happened to pygmies. Like what?
Men issues. Ace in the Art says, bring actual stats and facts, please.
Oh,
right,
okay.
because we're just going off these made up hypothetical internet stories. And it's crazy because these young girls are basing their whole lives and their decisions off of older, bitter women who are spewing rhetoric and false narratives about black men, despite the fact that they've never had a bad interaction with black men in their life. But all of a sudden, they're convinced that black men are just these terrible people, despite the fact, rather than going off their real life experience, they rather listen to the accounts of the Cynthia G's and the Tonya TKOs and all of these women, the older, bitter women on the internet.
So do you believe
that says, which man will want these unstable women? The only one, John says, what about the woman who ran her boyfriend over and hit him with a torn off bumper from the car? What about that? You know, obviously the one and only John, you know, it's cherry picking. They cherry pick the stories.
Ha! It is true that Tommy could come up with like a skateboard style story every day, and she doesn't see any fault in that. She'll just say something like, "Oh yes, I hold the women accountable too, but he hit her with a skateboard."
But like you said earlier.
See, there she go with the word "but" again. Oh crap! I lost that place. Hold on, let me see.
And I've noticed other black female YouTubers who were very anti-interracial mixing, very anti-interracial dating, right? Who used to preach that we should want black men and also call women like myself bad wenches, coons, traitors, you know, the whole lot, right? Because I did interracially. And I've been actually...
Sorry, let me just quickly read the super chats and then I'll let you carry on. So,
yeah.
LR says, this ought to be interesting. Here's another $1. Ha ha. Thank you. Mr. Shane Fisher says, can this dance explain the older, angry black woman?
The older, angry black woman?
I want you to stay on track for a second because I'm going to get back into what you're talking about. I'm about to respond. So, Mr. Shane Fisher says, black women devalue themselves. My view of black women comes from black women. Thank you, Mr. Shane Vicious. Smurgo says, Jessica X is weird as hell tonight. She didn't even let Marie make her point because she was trying so hard to paint a narrative of her. I felt like Marie was being level-headed, but Jess is just being petty. No, Smurgo.
Okay, you see, that is what black chicks do. Some of them, I don't know if this particular one is trying to pretend to be a man or something like that. But what they're doing is they're like, how come you're not falling for the interview voice? And that's what they did with the whole average at best chick. Like, she was so nice and polite. It's like, no, she was just talking regular. It's just that it was absent any extreme ratchetness. But really, it was just talking regular. It was just like regular speak. And so you listen to what they say at that point.
And I'm going to say this as well. Like, my thing about it is, especially we going about the average at best chick, it's just like, yo, we don't deny. The problem is we don't deny, to go off your point, we don't deny that behavior. Like, we know you're being deceptive. And it wasn't even in your place to go over there in the first place. So, like, just relax, yo. But this is the tactics they use to make it seem like, well, you allowed us to be on a panel, but you're not even letting people speak. But, like, they're being disrespectful on their platform. So what are you talking about?
Well, we're supposed to listen to how something is said, not what is said.
True. It ain't logic.
You know, like, yeah, exactly. That's their logic. We're supposed to listen to how something was said.
I'm sorry, GC. Did you get the first panelist that was on stream?
No. I just kind of like clicked like at any random point. Why is that one more interesting?
You got to get the first one, bro, because that joke was hilarious as hell. I'm sorry. The people in the chat might know who I'm talking about. I think her name is Courtney, yo.
Courtney Fluker.
Oh. Well, but I mean, is Courtney the one that was Jessica just playing a recording from like before? Because I think.
Yeah, she was playing the recording, and then she asked to go on a panel, and then she went on a panel.
Oh, Courtney went on the panel?
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. This is
She was on
59.
a-
Let me see. Yeah, this
was
is
on
like
the
30 more
reading
minutes. All right, let me go to Courtney.
I'm
Is
sorry,
Courtney
bro. I
the
just need to
candidate?
ask if you did.
No, I didn't see anything. So is this Courtney? Let me see.
It's a C, and then it's in a enclosed in a green circle.
Okay.
So
Yeah, Courtney's a piece of work.
nah, she hilarious, son.
All right, here we go.
Cynthia G. They want to put her name in a chat. They need to keep Cynthia G name out her mouth too, because to me,
Okay,
you know,
Courtney, let me ask you this. If these men are so dusty, these men are so, but hang on, if they're so despicable, if they're so dusty, why do you need their money? If you need money,
I don't need their money. You're the one giving donations from Jessica.
If they are so dusty,
oh, so this is the recording. Okay, let me because I already heard this.
You over here.
Yeah, my fault. I'm trying to tell you, get to the point where she come on a panel.
Nah, I'll see. Because
every female
there's two
content,
Jessicas, so
female content creator, you always jumping on them. Look, let me tell you something. I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna get the fuck off of here. I want you to.
Okay, Courtney. I know. Listen, right now, fall for her victim.
Wait, you talking about this right here?
Jessica,
Yeah, when she come on the panel.
David, I'm not.
No,
I'm
this
not.
is.
Because
Oh wait.
you lose me the moment that you say, Jessica, please stop talking about Sinji. Please stop. Courtney, right? Choose to date this type of woman. She thinks her behavior is acceptable and she's going to carry on. As long as there's access to D, they think their behavior is acceptable. If they can still get a guy acting like that, then why would they change? Put your foot down. Tell these women you're not having it. You're not accepting it. So Hashim Nichols says, this is the pain of the wounded child talking. It's a mask to protect herself. I can empathize, but would never tolerate it. Thank you, Hashim Nichols. And that's the thing. I can understand where somebody's coming from, but certain behavior is just not to be tolerated. It's not. We can get to the root of issues, the root of why people act the way that they do, how they can change the behavior, but don't tolerate it. I can give you advice on how to change, on how to, better yourself. But one thing we have to always emphasize is that behavior is not acceptable. Ashley Lauren says, is this who Shira was praising for spamming? She told the ladies on the panel, basically, good job for what you did. You guys are crazy. I love you. Good job. She endorsed it. She co-signed it. I can see there were a few of you ladies in the chat already. If one of you ladies want to come up, I'm going to put the link out there. The link is there for you, okay? For you ladies who want to explain your position, the link is there. So Classy Young Man says, after hearing that, those robots sound like a good idea. LOL. Sarcasm. Thank you, Classy Young Man. How old are you again?
I am 29 years old.
You are 29.
Mm-hmm.
You are not married.
I'm not married.
Are you looking for a husband?
Not really, because most of them not working for them anyway. Nah.
Most men aren't worth a damn.
Most black men, like these motherfuckers on here say stuff black men. I just wish they all get the fuck away from black women.
Okay, so that's a perfect segue, because she said, black men aren't worth a damn. She wants women to get away from, black men. She wants women to leave black men. She's upset at black men. So Courtney, are we going to have a productive?
Once again, fellas, listen. The sisterhood mates off scarcity. They don't mate off of abundance. They want to make black men feel like they're your only option. Because they know that if you are given any other option, no matter what, you would not tolerate that crap. That sisterhood crap. So the only way you will give them any time of day is if they were absolutely positively your only option. So that's why they walk around saying, oh no, I don't date black men. And, because, I'm 29 and I'm not looking for a relationship. And, and then they'll come back, with the picture of somebody that looks better and say, yeah, I'm not looking for a relationship either. And then they just keep getting on with different black woman profiles and stuff. We're not looking for relationships with black men. They announce it. So black men could be like, oh, they're not checking for us. Let's, And of course, the intelligent thing would be to let's go for women who are checking for us.
It's right here.
But what they want you to say is, I might as well just settle. That's what they want you to do. They want you to settle.
Discussion today,
Jessica, what I really want you to do, I really want you to leave me alone. And I'm just being
tears. Uh-oh. Let me turn it up.
Leave her alone. She came onto the panel. She came onto her panel and started that.
Because Changer love the tears. I love the tears. All right. Let's hear. Tears are so good to me. Yeah, it smell like spoiled milk. Yeah, tears are good. All right.
I mean, serious. I really want you to leave me alone and leave these women alone. Courtney, I really do. Please stop.
Courtney, what did I do to you? Courtney, hang on.
Stop trying to embarrass.
Courtney, listen. Look, please. Courtney just said she wants me to stop embarrassing her. Did I embarrass Courtney, or did Courtney?
Please leave me alone. Leave me alone. Please leave me alone. Please leave me alone. Oh, Massa, please don't hurt me.
Divestment community.
Leave me alone. Please leave me alone. Please leave me alone. All my life I has to fight. What you think I did?
Like, I just wanted to represent all the girls because we don't get a fair representation. Please.
Yeah, exactly. Please leave me alone. All right, here, I got something for this chick. Hold on. All right, I got something for you. You please leave me alone. Chick, I got something for your ass. There you go. That's how I feel about your leave me alone. That is how I feel about your leave me alone. Please leave me alone. Yeah, there you go. Until you do right by me, everything you do gonna fail. Everything you do gonna leave me alone. Until you do right by me, everything you do gonna fail. That I curse you, leave me alone.
Yo.
All right, let me continue.
Embarrass herself. Courtney, that's something that you're going to have to answer. Did I embarrass you, Courtney, or did you embarrass yourself?
Jessica, listen, can you leave Cynthia G and all these other women alone? That's all I'm asking.
It's Cynthia G that goes to Jessica, calling her all kind of mutts and stuff.
But when Cynthia G and the rest of them can completely diss Jessica X or diss anybody within the Manosphere, it's okay. So we can't cry to them.
Cynthia G disses all black men, like, Dusty, Beta Male Coons. Like, she's doing that all day. And then she had the audacity. This Courtney chick has the audacity to come crying.
You know it's crazy, GC? See how she hit comparisons right there. See how she was on the stream the day before, right? She had all that smoke. Yeah, I'm 29, even though I think your ass is 54. You had all that smoke.
I think she was born in 54. Let's get it right.
I think so too. Born in 54. She was born in 54, but she trying to pose like she's 29. Stop lying. All right. So my thing about it is you had all that smoke. You was talking all that. Yeah, black men ain't nothing. Yeah. Because when we talk about it, da. Now you come on the stream because we roasting your ass in the chat, and because you just got planed out, exposed by Jessica X. Now it's like, but they're good guys. They're good women. They care for the community. Like, nah, miss. Nah, you got caught. Take that L. You feel me? All 2021. That's how I feel.
Exactly. I mean, she came on aggressive. I told you how they code switch. This is classic code switching. This is the passive side of passive aggressive. Are you kidding me? Stop acting like you wasn't an ogre from Lord of the Rings, just the day before. Man.
I don't want any problems. I really
Okay,
don't.
Courtney,
Please
I'm asking you,
don't.
that day, did I embarrass you?
I
Did you embarrass
apologize.
yourself?
I came back and I apologized later. Please leave me alone. I'm serious. Whatever I did, I apologize for. Please stop harassing me.
Okay,
I don't
but
want this to go
Courtney,
beyond Outlook.
Courtney,
I don't want this to go beyond YouTube.
here's the
Please,
issue,
I have
right?
family. I have everything around me. Please stop this.
Courtney, right? You're saying that you came up and apologized, and you're doing exactly what you're doing now. You said that you came up and apologized before, but you didn't. You said, I'm sorry, but the reason that I did that is because you women and you men did X, Y, and Z. So that's not an apology. You have to take accountability
Hold on.
for what you've done. And then you accuse me.
I want to point out to everybody that Jessica X just said Z.
Yeah.
Things are just like a little bit incorrect in England. X, Y, and Z. It's Z. Like, hey, wait till y'all hear her say H. That stuff's funny. All right.
H.
Accuse me of embarrassing you, but Courtney, I did not embarrass you. You embarrassed yourself.
Saying what I did, but please drop it. I understand.
Please drop it. I understand.
I got family.
Chitlins. Do you want me to brew you up some maple syrup? Please.
Yes, I was tired. Please leave Cynthia G alone.
I don't want my beef to be broadcasted on StreamYard. No.
Please. She's just, you called her show talking all kind of rah-rah. You know, what's going on, Chantel? You called her show talking all kind of rah-rah, you know, suck my penis. And that's how you sound as a woman. And then the next day you like, please leave me alone. This, until you do right by Jessica, everything you do gonna fail. Until you do right. You see the look on her face is stringent. It's stringent. That's Jessica X when she pans and get angry like that. Until you do right.
Yo, GC, Minister Society, Bill Duke in the room. You know you didn't messed up, right?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I'm telling y'all, that man is melting. Yeah.
Please leave me alone. I'm begging you. Please stop. Leave these other content creators alone. Just stop.
Courtney, let me ask you this. Do you come up with the fake tears and or listen?
She called her out. Did you come up with the fake? Oh, my bad, Cichlid. Cichlid, I appreciate you. It says, thanks for speeding up the stream. I listen to you at 2X as well. I call you Chipmunk Chaser. I appreciate you, bro. Oh, she is killing her. Like, I think that they're smarter than people. I think that they think that they're smarter than the people with the 3-digit IQs. Like Jessica's gonna fall for that.
Let's assume that they're real. Do you have this much passion? Do you have this much empathy and emotion to those women, right? Do you go over to those women's platforms and cry like this when they're talking about black men? Or is it only
Jessica, please stop doing what you're doing.
women that you get emotional? Because you're telling me to leave them alone.
This is classic. I'm glad you told me to go back to this part.
Yeah, I needed you to go back to this, bro, because I wanted you to analyze this, yo, because that roast was needed, yo. It was extra bitter, so I wanted that.
This is classic because people were saying that I should have been there and I should have hopped on. Now I know why. This is classic. This is classic. Oh crap. Yeah. Cry me those fake tears. I'm gonna go make some fake Kool-Aid out of your fake tears. Oh, this is classic.
As they sit there and say that we should abort all black boy babies, when they sit there and say that we should.
She's waiting for her turn to cry. She's waiting for her turn to cry. She's sitting silently so she could do her cry routine. The moment Jessica gives a period or a long comma or a space between paragraphs. Watch.
Tell sons, right, that they're not shit. We should bring those sons down and emasculate them. You're not crying on panels then, Courtney. You're not. In fact, you're saying we should protect them. Courtney, in those cases, you're saying that we should protect those women. We should leave them alone. But I sit here and replay to you your own behavior. Your own behavior. And I must stop. But when those women are saying what they say, it's all fine. We should let them say it. And this is where the sympathy starts to run for people like you.
I'm asking you nicely. Please. I'm not being
She's not listening. I told you she was just waiting for her turn to beg some more. Mm-hmm. Oh, this is classic. This is classic. This reminds me of like a British like ass whooping. Like how it's done real proper. Like imagine just somebody taking off their white gloves, smacking them and say, I demand satisfaction. And then just turn around and slowly turn around, like not even in a rush, and then hit him with the musket pistol. Like that's what she's doing. She's like patiently just fucking this chick up. And she's just begging. Oh, beggage. This is her beggage. All right. Classy young man said, GC, you missed it. This is going to go down in Manosphere history. I don't doubt it. I did miss it.
Facts, Classy.
My bad. I was just out, at a soup kitchen watching homeless Black women cry, like, because that's my pleasure. So, and I could have been listening to it here, but yeah.
Yo.
I'm talking the best way I know how. I'm not no bad person. I don't know what's wrong. Leave me alone, please.
I'm not no bad person. Oh, the accent makes it worse. Now I'm really picturing like I demand satisfaction. I'm not no bad person. Oh.
I'm finna let off what's on my mind.
Courtney, I never said you were evil. Courtney,
I know that.
Courtney, I never said you were evil.
I'm telling you to.
I never said that you were a bad person. But I'm saying that your behavior.
What is your point? Can you please stop going?
Courtney, I never called you evil. I never called you a bad person. I'm saying that your behavior is a reflection of what people are complaining about. When people come up and talk about this angry Black woman stereotype, it doesn't come out of nowhere. It doesn't. It's women like you who are making that stereotype. I'm going to quickly read the super chat.
Courtney, you don't understand. You do not understand.
Courtney, I'm going to quickly read the super chats.
She said, understand. I don't know where she's from, but like sometimes I listen to software videos and it's a lot of like Indian accents. Sometimes it's African accents, but it's never that accent. Like anytime you're listening to a tutorial of something complex or requires high intellect, it's never wherever the fuck she's from. Like it's never that accent.
We have a visitor in the chat.
Huh? Say that again?
So we have a visitor in the chat.
Oh, really? Who's that?
I don't understand, Massa.
Just one more cornbread, please.
Oh, please. Maybe I ought to take your cornbread.
You gonna eat that cornbread?
Can I have some more?
All my life I has to fight.
You don't understand my pain.
Oh, this is classic.
So Damon Beasley says Sinji hates biracial Black women. She says they are not Black.
Well, they're mixed.
Damon.
They are mixed. They're not Black.
David Johnson says now she's playing victim. Don't fall for her.
See, here's the thing about when something is mixed. Being mixed doesn't make you not something. Because just think of it in the sense of color, for example. Like the color purple, the color purple is a mixture of both blue and red. You don't look at purple and say it's not red because technically it is, and it's also blue. Like you don't just like not be something, that's like saying El Camino is not a car because it's mixed with car and truck. Like it doesn't really work that way, but Is it less car than, you know, an actual sedan? Yeah, but you know, it's not. It's still a car.
You read the Bible.
Don't fall for her. Don't fall for her.
Oh, did she say the Bible? Is she about to talk about the Lord? Oh, I gotta hear this. I gotta hear this. Please talk about the Lord.
Victimhood faking, Jessica.
Hey, you know what it sounds like? It sounds like Calvin. Oh, not Calvin. It sounds like what was Samuel L. Jackson's name when he shot Stephen. You remember when he shot Stephen, when Kane shot Calvin Kennedy, and he was like, oh no, Calvin. That doesn't sound like Calvin. Oh,
thank you, David. I'm not, because you lose me the moment that you say, Jessica, please stop talking about Sinji. Please stop talking about those women. You're not at that point. Again, it's the double standard. It's like, let women say whatever they want to say. Let women bash black men. Let women, you know, emasculate and try and talk down on black men. But the moment you say something about me, I'm going to start crying. I'm going to get angry and threaten to beat you up. So Dee says you should do a live stream reviewing CK's video with Ralph Richard Banks. I would love to see you try and refute his talking points of black men. Dee, I will look into it. Chris Finghausen, I will look into it.
All right, hold on. Let me see. Let me stop the screen share. All right. What's going on, Courtney? What's on your mind?
Okay, listen, you guys. And I want to say this, and I'm coming. Lisa, I was bold enough to come, and actually, I was not scared to come on her show. I was not scared to do any of that. I was bold enough to do what I needed to do and say what I needed to say. Mm-hmm. And for that, I was a woman about it, whether it came out right. Whether,
how do you define womanhood? You said I was a woman about it.
Hold on, let me get finished.
Were you nursing it? Were you
talk over me?
GC, I'm gonna analyze this, bro.
Wait, right quick.
No.
Let her rock.
Okay, let me say
this. Definition about being a woman about something, because aggressive confrontation is a man thing.
Game changer. If you're gonna have guests on your show, let me explain myself. I just got on here. Let me explain myself, because I'm talking nice. I'm talking calm. Now I'm acting lady like I'm not acting a fool.
It's a matter of what you say. You see,
I understand what I said. Now I apologize for
Courtney, understand this. You can talk nice and you can talk calm all you want to. We expect that from each and every single decent human being. However, we will still analyze the content of your words.
But I apologize for
it's what they said.
Hold up. I apologize for it.
We understand that you apologize for it. Do you realize
that? She played it back. She played it back again to be spiteful.
When you apologize, it is up to the recipient of the apology whether they choose to accept it or not.
She doesn't have to receive it. But this is what I'm saying. I respect what you're saying, Game Changer. You're 100% correct.
Everything before the word "but" is bullshit. Go for it.
Okay, listen, Game Changer. Yeah, I really don't want no problems on YouTube. I really don't want no problems in my life. I know I did that. I know that it was wrong, and I want to move forward, and I want to stand like an olive branch to everybody. I just want people for right now. I know we're gonna probably have to die down, but I do want people to kind of leave me alone a little bit. All I'm saying. Now, black men have the right to their opinions. Now, I must say there's a lot of dysfunction in the black community. I take full responsibility. There are a lot of black women that are very dysfunctional. Hey, hell, maybe myself even included. It doesn't even matter. I can admit things about myself. I can admit that I conducted myself ghetto. I conducted myself trashy. But one thing about it, I'm not losing sleep at night, and I'm not feeling bad about myself, and it's not going to break my self-esteem. But what I'm
telling
you,
can I get a word in? Wait, GC, can I get a word in real quick?
No, Brown, bro. Let us rock for a second. Let her go.
Oh, my fault. Whenever you're ready.
And now what I said was wrong. Threatening to beat somebody up was wrong. You know, just being a woman and admitting my mistakes was wrong. I'm not a bad person. I'm not trying to have nobody. I don't want to be embarrassed. Now, this is the thing about the whole ordeal. I just feel like, you know, it's such a, I don't like the space that Black men and Black women are in right now. I really, truly don't. And if I could have a utopia where all Black men and Black women got along, that's what I would want. It kills me to see the Black community like this. Whether, I don't care who caused it, I just wish it could be fixed. But in order to get it fixed, somebody has to come and tell the truth. Black women, we have a lot of dysfunctional ways. We have a lot of things about us that's not right. We have to be honest with it ourselves and say, hey, maybe we don't treat Black men right. Maybe we don't do certain things right. And that's just real plain honest, the honest truth. Black women, we're going to have to do better. We're going to have to change the way we are, or we're going to continue to lose as a community. And that's just honesty.
Let me ask this. Thank you for what you stated, and I'm glad that you now see where a lot of the problem lies. The begging that you just did to Jessica X on her stream. Have you tried similar begging on, say, Sin G's stream to get her to act right?
Well, I have sent emails to Cynthia G. I have
I mean the visceral begging. The please, Sin G, stop calling them beta males. Stop calling them coons. Stop demeaning them.
Because at some point, let me say this. At some point, let me tell you what it is.
Okay.
Now, you know how Cynthia G says she's breaking down the Black male pathology, which is her word, pathology. And she's breaking the mindset down for Black women to understand. And here's the thing. Sometimes I think it's for not only for the Black women, sometimes I think it's for her conscience and self-esteem. It's like if a person repeats something so much that they start to believe it themselves. I think a lot of it has a lot to do with how she's feeling as well, and she's projecting. And a lot of times, I know she has been beat up by the people coming at her about Robert Perkins and people thinking she looked like a hypocrite. And I can understand both sides of the coin where people think she's like a hypocrite and what she said, and she never really truly acknowledged that, but she felt like it wasn't people's business. But this is what I'm saying. I would like to have a conversation like that with Cynthia G. I would like to beg and plead for it. So first, when she first started off on YouTube, it was basically things about white supremacy, about systematic racism, like the things Francis Chris Wilson and Neely Fuller were talking about, you know, those educators. But now it's become like, it does sound sometimes like a Black man bashing session. And I think what Black women really want, we have to ask ourselves, people that just don't come up out of the womb angry, upset, or mad, or Black men don't have the projection of what they're doing. It has to be a cause and effect somewhere. But they're not willing to acknowledge some things. And sometimes when Black women, it's certain Black women that do acknowledge things, what it's like, it's just bitter Black men and bitter Black women on each end. It's like everybody bitter, everybody throwing shots. I mean, I can't just say it's just bitter Black men without acknowledging the women. I know it's some bitter Black women out there. Have I been bitter? Yes, I have been bitter, but I've been trying to move past it. I get angry. I thought at first Jessica S was just coming at the content creators, and she went into the Manosphere space, and it's like she's taking over. And it's like, it's not even a male Manosphere space. It's like she's getting more acknowledgement. She shouldn't even be in the Manosphere space and have more recognition than the men. That's just what I feel. I just felt like she was out of line.
So here's why I question your intentions.
That's fine if you question my intentions, game changer. Everybody questions yours.
Yeah, I know. But I'm pretty transparent about my intentions.
Right, I'm transparent about mine.
Yeah, but see, here's the thing. What you just did was you say she shouldn't even be here. You know, this is the Manosphere. I didn't say
she shouldn't be here. I said, like, look, whenever you have a Manosphere space, and it's a woman that, like, she comes and takes over the Manosphere space. It's like, I
get it. It seems as though you're attempting to get the Manosphere to turn against her.
I don't care nothing about the Manosphere turning. Hold up, stop putting words in my mouth. Wait a minute, hold up.
You're talking over me.
Let me correct that.
Funny, like you're proving his point. Just to be real with you.
So yeah. So basically what you're trying to do is say this is a woman and she is in this position in the Manosphere, and therefore the Manosphere should react in this way. You know, you're trying to get her annexed from the Manosphere. It seems as though your intention when you were begging, you know, her to please stop and everything else was to silence her by any means necessary. Now it seems as though what you're doing, you know, from my point of view, is that you are trying to get her to, well, in addition to trying to get us to expel, you're trying to say, okay, if you stop with this rhetoric, then, you know, we will behave. We will behave, even though we understood full well that this behavior that we have displayed for generations was wrong. Now that it is being presented to the public as wrong and co-signed by not only Black men, then you want to change the behavior. Now, am I accurate in my assessment? Oh, here, let me unmute you.
Okay. Now, let me say this. I couldn't care less if Jessica S stays in her space or not.
Would you
That's
beg
not
her?
okay, are you gonna let me talk?
No, go for it. Go for it.
Okay, this is what I'm saying. Now, I don't care if she stays in her space or not. What I am going to do, what I've done wrong was go first, whether I wanted to be nice or not, or go off or not. The first thing I did wrong was trying to go over there and really get on her show and get on her panel, because it's like it's gonna be this narrative drawn that I think that I want her to get out of her space. I don't want her to get out of her space. Look, they have her over there. Everybody's getting along over there. I want her to succeed and do what she has to do. If those men want her in that space and she's in that space and she's doing well in that space, I wish her all the best luck and success and prosperity. I really do. And it's like this. What I'm gonna start doing, I'm gonna stop and move on from Black men, just going on about my life. I'd rather be single by myself. I'm not going to even explain myself and kiss people behind and try to get them to see it anymore. I apologize. I said what I said. I did what I did. And I'm going to move on from there. I'm not going to discuss it anymore. I don't care if they demonize me on YouTube. I don't care what they say about me anymore. I just wanted to get this clarified and put my point out there. I don't care about them making fun of me. There's one thing about it. You can't live in this world if you don't have thick skin. So I'm ready for my whatever this come my way. I do not care anymore. I apologize. I came like a woman and I said what I said, and it is what it is. And take it or leave it.
GC, can I say one thing real quick, please?
Yeah, go for it. Go for it.
All right, so Courtney, I'm gonna say this, and I'm being real rough with you because I'm keeping it real. I don't believe.
You could be
hold
on,
like stop. Wait. See, you being disruptive. I didn't even say nothing to you the whole time. Just hold up.
Okay,
listen.
yeah, but I wasn't talking. I didn't come to talk to you. I came here to talk to Game Changer because he was making comments. I didn't want to talk to you.
Okay. So I'll just make a generalized statement. I won't mention you at all.
Okay, well, go make a generalized statement because you're gonna have something negative to say about me anyway. Go ahead.
You don't know what I'm going to say. Just let me explain my point. Just
you
relax,
said you're gonna be rough with me.
Okay, just let me. Okay, I'll take back what I said. Let's start off new. Let's start off from scratch. Okay, so let's do this. So my thing that I've watched the whole entire time being in the Manosphere for about 5 months now. The thing about it is that there's the narrative, obviously, and as much as people say they're trying to come in to have an open dialogue and they're doing this thing for the community, usually it's very flawed and it's very negative. So us in the Manosphere, when we see women as being combative and saying the same things over and over and over again, we now label y'all as being those type of women because y'all claim that y'all want to have this conversation with us, but it's all smoking mirrors because you wouldn't dare to do the same thing on those people's panels who's been talking about us for years. And this is 50 to 60 years in the making. So I'm not trying to diss you or anything, but like women that does this thing, they try to do this reverse psychology. I'm not falling for it, and I'm being real. I'm being real. Right. And I understand you. You know the situation is over. I'm not gonna rank on you at all about it, like no more. But like my thing about it is like I don't believe y'all. Like y'all are not.
Okay, let me say.
Like y'all are not going to have a whole entire war
for now,
to bash back at the women who's making those statements against us, though.
Okay, I'm sorry for interrupting. Let me say this one thing. I think right now it's best for Black men and Black women just going on about their business. It's no Black community anymore. It's none of that anymore. It's time to cut off losses. It's time to just move on it's just time to go. It's like it is what it is. It doesn't matter what. But one thing about it, black women are gonna divest and black men are gonna divest and go about their separate ways. There shouldn't be no.
That's where you're wrong, Courtney.
No.
You see, here's the thing, Courtney. Well, let me ask you this: are you an attractive woman?
I would say that hey, I'm gonna be honest. It depends on who's looking at me. I feel like I'm average, or I think I'm cute. I think I'm attractive. Yes.
Are you fat?
Oh no, I weigh 105 pounds soaking wet. No, I go to the gym all the time.
Okay.
5'3".
So decent titties and everything's in place.
Oh hell yeah. Oh okay. Yeah, my face is average. My body's fine.
Yeah. Okay. Well, then do this. Find yourself a decent man and suck his penis and get him a sandwich. Like that's the best thing you can do. You see, it's not a matter of divesting. It's a matter of shutting the fuck up, getting a sandwich, and sucking some penis. Like,
just don't complain.
Right? Yeah. Men don't like a lot of nagging.
Huh?
Men don't like a lot of nagging at all. Any group racing man, I can tell you that from the jump, and that's what black women.
So don't nag. Like that's the smartest thing to do.
That's the reason we say that. Like we don't want y'all to nag and say nothing. That's it. Y'all don't have to complain about us. Y'all don't have to say nothing about us. And men in general, the whole men bashing is making y'all look crazy. That's what is making y'all looking crazy right now. And I'm being real with you. And until y'all understand, we don't give a damn about y'all sitting up there trying to be equal to us. Then you'll start to get it. So my thing to you is, y'all women, whether you want to bash black men, white men, Asian men, do you, ma. You don't need to mention us. You don't need to make videos. You don't have to call us dusties because it's making y'all look stupid.
I'm saying do somebody else. Find a decent penis and do it. And it doesn't matter what race it is. What's this divestment talk? Listen, serve a sandwich and shut the fuck up. Like that's the best thing you can do. If you want this community that you talk about, then serve some sandwiches. It starts with bread. Like I don't see the problem. But nope, you got to get on begging and pleading and oh, there's Calvin, please.
You know what? That did sound pretty weak then when I was begging Jessica S like that, because I should never really been doing that, period. You know, that sounded weak as hell doing it.
You should have been making a sandwich. Is what you should have been doing. You should have been making a sandwich and sucking some penis. Like that's it. We're not complicated. Cynthia G talk about the pathology. Pathologize my penis, or some penis that's in the chicks that look like her. But don't try to pathologize me. What the fuck? I'm a simple man.
I will just say this. I'm gonna say this. I have nothing against anybody from the biggest jump. Now I know it sounds like I have multiple personality disorders. People say I'm crazy, the therapy, bipolar. I don't care what they say about me. Hey, they call me crazy my whole life, whatever. That word does not bother me. But this is what I'm going to say. Because I got tough skin than that. Trust me. When I say leave me alone, I want to tell, like in a chat, I wasn't saying leave me alone like, oh, I'm finna cry hurt. Like when I was crying and hurt, I wasn't really technically crying. I was trying to get her to stop before somebody do something.
No. Now, okay, sorry to interrupt, but now you're just trying to present strength. I don't give a fuck about your strength. You know why? Because it doesn't require strength.
Why are you cussing at me, James?
This is not at you. This is not at you. No.
Okay.
It's the word. The F word was directed to the word strength. I don't care about that. It's not a matter of strength. I don't care. You think that makes my penis hard? Nope. Get me a sandwich and suck my penis. What the hell? I don't care about your strength, and I really don't care if you're crazy or not. You think I care if the person who sucks my penis is crazy? Nope. If she's pretty and she gives me sandwiches, I care not. So why, with all this knowledge, why all these hours of watching crazy YouTube chicks and whatnot, who are not getting sandwiches, why all that talk? What you do is you get me a sandwich.
Right. I'm going to have to agree with Obsidian on certain things and certain I think black women will be just fine if they start doing the same thing and believing just like y'all believe on every single thing. It would, matter of fact, it wouldn't even be any problem. But the reason I want to say something about my accent, people be making fun of the way I talk.
I do.
About how country I am. I'm from Alabama. Okay, I'm from Alabama, and I think that's very childish for people to do that because people can't help their accent and people can't help how they talk. I thought that was very childish and that was weak for people to take jabs at. But
yes, it is. But you want to know what else it was? It was funny. And
right.
me getting laughed for myself and my audience at the expense of you is not immoral. You want to know why? Because you're not a good person. Like, generally speaking, the way you came at Jessica X, all the boards are off. Listen. There's two types of treatment that a woman can get. There's
I'm not a good person. You're right. Hey, I can accept that. I don't care.
No. But here's what I want you to do. I want you to be a better person. And you want to know how to be a better person? The way that you become a better person is by sucking penis and getting sandwiches. You see, people don't talk to the penis suckers like that, or they don't talk about the penis suckers like that. Do you think I care about the accent of the woman who sucks my penis? Nope. You think I care about the accent of the woman who gets my sandwich? Nope. You see, when a large number of people do something that is in your favor, you start to favor the individual characteristics of those people. Now, let me read some super chats. All right. So, Primetime VA said, GC, I don't know if you ever played Street Fighter 3. No, I haven't. I played 2. But there is a British boxer in there named Dooley. Jessica X is Dooley with the beatdowns. All right, appreciate you. But now I haven't played it. It started getting complicated and people start doing like 100 fireballs on the screen and stuff. Okay, Sicklet said, GC, fix my life. Appreciate you, bro. L. Nixon says, it doesn't matter what a woman say. It doesn't matter what a woman say over there. At the end of the day, Black women outnumber us, and there's still plenty still to choose from. Yeah.
Okay, I just want to say something. People that just be in your chat talking about, I need to talk to somebody, I got issues. I'm going to tell you something. I talk to Jesus, talk to God, talk to therapy, all I want to. See, let me explain something. Y'all have this thing of like, y'all try to shame, like people try to shame people for mental illnesses and therapy. Let me tell you something. People say I have deep issues. You know what? Let me say something. I might do have deep issues. I might be bipolar. I might be psycho. I might be all those things. But y'all not going to shame me in the chat to my I got deep issues and need to talk to somebody. I'm talking to somebody right now, and I'm talking to Game Changer. So y'all got problems too.
Courtney, you realize that's the comment section, right?
That is the comment section, and I'm replying.
So why do you care so much about the comment section? You know people are going to dish you. Just like the women you talk about diss us all the time. So it's no difference in what you're talking about.
Whenever you have a channel, any content creator knows this. What people do when they have guests, what they say to the people in the chat box, they say, do not disrespect the guests on the panel. And that just common courtesy and respect.
Never heard that, but okay.
Okay, well, let's
you know what? Hold up. I'm proud that I had this conversation with you, Game Changer. Game Changer. I'm finna go to bed. I'm tired, and y'all take care.
Well, Courtney, before you go to bed, I want to say something. You should know that here I don't care about your damage. Where's my sandwich? Listen, all the stuff that you mentioned, I don't care about. All I care about is bologna on my sandwich. Like, why? So you can say bipolar and all that, need help. See, I don't say that.
No, because I'm talking about this. What I'm saying.
I don't care if a chick came straight out of a straitjacket. Where's my sandwich? Like, so whatever you do or don't have going on upstairs, or if
I have plenty going on upstairs.
Okay, so then as long as the sandwich is amongst it, I don't care.
I'm starting to think.
Why aren't you making sandwiches? That's my.
I make myself a sandwich. I make sandwiches all day long. That don't mean a person gonna respect you because you get up and make their sandwich. Though.
Wait. It doesn't mean what?
That does not mean. That does not mean that a person's gonna respect you because you get up and you gonna make their sandwich. That does not mean anything. It's a lot of women making sandwiches and still get fucked over every day.
And it's a lot of women that just be online complaining about I'm never gonna get any penis in the rest of my life.
They can get penis if they a woman. Don't trust me. They can get penis.
No, y'all getting dick, not penis. Look at your screen. Look at your screen. You see that woman?
Yeah.
You know what she gets?
What?
Sandwiches and penises. That's right. She is a happily married woman to whom she gets a sandwich too. That's how that works.
This is another thing.
That's how that works.
It's a lot of people that are.
Does damage. She wrote the book. She wrote the book on submission, which I bought for me and a family member.
Can I say this also as well? It's a lot of women doing that, and it's a lot of women, whatever that. See, this is a thing. Yeah, I think marriage is okay. Marriage is wonderful. You know, I would never talk down on marriage. It's sanctioned by God. But one thing about that does not make a woman less valuable because she's not married.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Hold on. Marriage is the end all be all to womanhood. It is the most valuable thing that you can add to society and the universe. There is nothing more important to you than marriage. Until you
understand. To me.
Huh?
Not to me at all. I'm sorry.
No. Listen, as much as you complain and this and this and beat your chest and with the big titties and everything and say stuff like I don't care about marriage, that's bullshit. Nothing in this planet is more important to you than my penis. I know you want to keep that secret. I know that you want to hide that from everybody.
Okay. Men like vagina and men like vagina and women like penis. It is what it is, but I mean, hey, I can get that.
And yeah, so understand its importance. The importance of it far surpasses the pretense to, because what you're trying to do is you're trying to create value. You're trying to say, it's kind of like when you go to a car dealership and you say, oh no, I don't really need a car, because you're trying to negotiate. You are trying to get me to lower my penis value. I get it. No shade, but what the problem is that young ladies hear it and they think it, But the truth of the matter is, you want to walk out that dealership with a car and not hop on a bus. That is the truth of the matter, and you got to be honest about that. You want a penis, and I'm telling you how to get it. You think Cynthia G with her empty vagina is going to tell you how to get it? Nope. None of these bag bitches is going to tell you how to get it.
But how do you know that Cynthia G vagina is what? How do you know? But how y'all know all into these people's lives? Like, you don't know what that woman getting.
We see about the content that they produce, and the fact of the matter is, Courtney, you're still forgetting. This is a question I meant to ask you, because this is interesting. I just want to know, any of the women that you watch or the women you're around, do they ever tell you how to treat a man? Just straight up, do they ever tell you how to treat a man to get the man that you want? Since you're saying that you are attractive, 5'3" and 105 pounds, are they ever telling you how to attract a man?
Well, I would rather listen to a man advice about men than listen to a woman, because women are all over the place and they're batshit crazy. They don't even know how to really tell you how to attract a man. Hell, most of the women that tell you they can take your man, hell, they ain't got no man. So my Courtney, thing is, I
asked you a question. I asked you a question. It's a yes or no answer. Do you ever talk to women or the people that you watch? Since you said you went on a panel, hold on. Since you went on a panel and you said leave Courtney, Cynthia G and the rest of them alone. What I'm asking you is, Cynthia G and the rest of them, since you said, how do you know their personal lives? We know by their content what they're about. So what I'm asking you, Courtney, is, do any of those women and women around you personally ever teach you how to get to a man? In fact, how to keep a man and get a man? Do they ever teach you that? Yes or no?
I'd rather listen to a male about a male. No, I don't. They don't. Never.
Are you even willing to listen to men about getting men?
Okay, well, let's do this. Let me read the super chats and then I have a response to that. L. Nixon says, nah, they'll marry a Derek Jackson so he can make the sandwiches. Yeah. Wait, what is that? Oh, Nixon, it's pronounced sandwiches. And Dallas Cowboys, I appreciate the $5. Let me see. Who else? Oh, that's another L. Nixon. Did I just miss somebody? I could have swore I seen like a green. Hold on. I'm not saying. Okay. So the woman on your screen, she knows how to get a man because she got one. I never seduced a man a day in my life. But here's what she writes in her book called Submission is Not the Enemy. It's a key factor in a healthy relationship. And she's your age. She says, if you're a woman reading this book, you more than likely view submission as this outdated, degrading, unnecessary, belittling term and practice that needs to be done away with forever. You most likely feel as though any woman that is in alliance with being submissive to her man/husband is either insecure, desperate for love, or completely unaware of her value. In your mind, a woman that does not respect herself and notice her power as a woman would ever submit to her man in any capacity. You view submissive women as weak, inferior, and need to get a grip on reality because, after all, no man is worth submitting to, not even your husband. That's a woman that wrote that. Now, so on the topic, here's what you do. Here's what you do. Because me, I don't know. I don't know how to seduce a man. All I know is that I like sandwiches and I like my penis sucked. Mm-hmm. However, the Jessica X's, the Danica Marie's, the Chantels out there, they know what men want. They know what men like. So, that's what I said there. But I think too, you're just reluctant to give it to them because you hear all these horror stories about submissive women being lynched and burned.
Right.
It don't go down like that. Those are horror stories made up by unsubmissive women because they don't want the competition, because they know that if a sandwich getting woman is competing on the open penis field with a non-sandwich getting woman, then the sandwich getting woman is always going to win. Always. They know that.
Okay.
So yeah, just get sandwich. I mean, I don't know the details. Listen, I don't know what I like. I just know when I like it. I don't know.
Somebody said somebody wants the link Game Changer. Somebody in the back of the chat or whatever. But I just want to say I appreciate this conversation. I've taken a lot from it. I'm glad I could talk to you and have a decent conversation. And I would, just talk on a level, in a leveling way. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate this.
Yeah, no doubt.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome. All right. So let's continue with the thing. Hold on, let me stop this screen and then bring back the other one.
GC, my fault. I think somebody's asking for the link.
No, I put the link out there. I just did.
Okay. You got it.
All right. All right. So Zach. What's going on, Zach?
Peace, Chief.
Yeah, what's good, GC? Man,
What's up?
No, nothing, man. I was just listening in, man. I heard a little bit what y'all was talking about. The brother asked her a question, but she never answered it.
What was your question again, Brownbird?
I think I asked her something in regards does the women that she's around or the women that she's claiming to be at war for, like Cynthia G and the rest of them, I asked her, do those women ever teach her how to find a man?
Oh,
and
yeah.
She evaded the question.
Yeah.
She would rather go to a man how to get a man.
But see, that in itself is problematic because, any other time your girlfriends influence you, a lot of women don't understand that. A lot of women say stuff to other women that really influence them, but yet, I'm gonna go to a man to get advice, please. Bullshit. You won't listen to a man. No, you won't. And for her to dodge that question is disingenuous.
Good point. So basically you're saying that that they always listen to their girlfriends. And yeah, on the thing, she was very protective of Cynthia G, like, please leave Cynthia G alone.
Exactly.
Meaning, she did have some deference to her let's see. Oh, that's weird. I just got a copyright claim on one of the videos I did. But it was in the DR, so
yeah, it's probably a strike.
No, it's some music that happened in the background. So
damn.
No, because it say I was reading my email. It says Senorita 2014 remaster. So yeah, I'm thinking that somebody did it.
Hey, GC, did Jessica have a stream today?
Yeah, she did. I missed it, but I
didn't even. Yeah, me too. I missed the whole thing because somebody else mentioned it on another panel.
Yeah, that's what I was going over right now. This is like the after stream of that. Yeah, so is what it is. So right quick, I want to show y'all this. If I could find it.
All right, so like I got a question for the panel.
Yeah, go for it. Who's that?
All right, so what exactly is the issue that black men got with black women?
Well, I don't really have an issue with black women, just for being black women, but there is a certain set of personality traits that that has invaded the culture that they possess.
All right, so like you ain't fucking with the culture. That's the problem.
Yeah, exactly. As it
No,
stands,
listen.
well, right quick, Zach, right quick. As it stands, I'm not messing with the culture. Absolutely. I take it you are?
Nah, see, I be chilling and shit. Like I come in these spaces and I
Well,
see
I don't know what
black
that
men.
means. No. So wait a minute. What is chilling and shit? Because
You gotta be specific with that.
like, are you messing with the culture as it stands or not? Like, are you content with the culture as it stands?
I mean, shit, for real though. I just be fucking with hoes and shit. Like for real, like the way I operate, I ain't really got no problem with black women because I just be on doing my thing. You know what I'm saying? So like,
No, I don't.
really no
What is your thing?
Wait.
see, like I see, like I get what you're saying.
Hold
Like
on, Zach.
I see you saying like black women could be like, sisters can be a headache and shit, right? So like, what you gotta understand is the way you gotta operate with it.
What way is that? What way is that?
You gotta be on some chill shit.
What do you mean chill shit, bro? Like that statement is starting to get on my nerves, bro. Because now what it seems like what you're doing, hold on, I'm sorry, Zach. I have to say this, because what it seems like you're doing is accommodating. I don't accommodate not a damn thing. If women want to be accountable for the actions that they say, right, they need to be vetted. They need to be corrected. Brother, like, and that's what all love, doing, respect. If you just want to get your dick wet, that's cool, bro. You understand what I'm saying? But I'm not gonna reject a flaw if I see it.
All right, so time to get serious. That's exactly what I mean. So, like, what's the purpose of complaining about black women? Like, you understand?
It's not complaining.
No. Look. Okay, look. I get it's not complaining, but why are they still being discussed? Like, that's what I'm trying to understand about the current state of the manosphere, right? So, like, we're still like having these conversations about the issue pertaining to the black community. Why is it still being discussed? Like the persona I just like put on display is pretty much the common mentality of the common black man within the black community, right? And the way they approach life and black women is exactly that. Like I just be chilling, we go with the flow. So like I understand like these issues are pervasive within the community, but what exactly is the current? I've seen this on another panel. What is the current focus and conversation? Like what is what I want to.
Okay.
Like, what are we trying to follow?
I understand where you're going with this.
Yeah.
Okay, so men like you go with the flow, and men like me control the flow.
Yeah.
So that fundamental difference is probably why you wouldn't understand our actions.
No, I get what you're doing. I was putting on an act. Well, what I was doing was I was trying to like. There's a lot. It's like Jessica Extreme. What she does is she puts on the she creates an argument for black men. The problems that they have with black women. That's her whole like niche, right?
Mm-hmm.
But what's the point?
Well, the point is because it seems like with Courtney to create a discussion about these problems. I mean, hopefully the end result is now a chick who was, loud, belligerent, obnoxious, et cetera, will suck some penis and get a sandwich.
But who will willingly marry a woman like that?
If she gets the message properly, then she will be a marriageable woman.
I don't know about that.
That sucks penis, and if she won't, others will. But
what I'm saying is, look, the black community has an 80% out of wedlock birth rate with black women, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's pretty much 80% of black women are pretty much out the market for any single child as man. Probably a lot of even men with children.
That's not what that means. That means that 80% of the children born are done out of wedlock. Not
that is. But what, like, how many
of the women have?
How many of those women would reasonably be able to find a mate that are up to her standards?
I don't know. I mean, if a guy is willing to
exactly, that's the point. A lot of these women will have
Smurgo. If a guy is willing to go with the flow, then she can find a guy that goes with the flow.
Yeah, but she isn't getting married, and the guy that's going with the flow isn't necessarily going to be a successful man. A lot of these women want to date up, right? A lot of these women want like a retirement plan or a man that they can, you know, that can pay like a significant portion of the bills, if not all of them.
So, like, okay. So you say women don't like guys that go with the flow. So why go with it?
No, they do like. Okay, they do like. Well, here's the problem.
But on the other hand, you just said retirement plan, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. You're confusing me.
All right. So what I'm saying is, there's no point. There's no point in bringing up these issues with black women because their hope is a hopeless conversation.
No, not really.
I feel like there needs to be more of a focus on finding a more viable solution within these conversations. That's more like going away from just putting female fuckery on blast. It needs to go more towards finding solution for black men. Like and as from a Manosphere perspective, like SYSBM and like stuff like that.
No, I think black men have a lot to gain from understanding and dissecting the fuckery that exists.
Yeah, but that's already been dissected for years, almost 10 years now.
Well, every time I get a new subscriber is a person that hasn't heard the dissection of it. You know, that's kind of like saying, you know, I've watched so many episodes of the Jeffersons, and you know, I've been watching it for years. I don't care if they had like a new Jeffersons and they re-erected George Jefferson, you know, then I would watch it because it's good. Like,
well, yeah,
hold on, quick commercial break. All right, quick. Fellas, this is Naima Buckner. She is in her 40s and she's bad as hell. All right, let's continue. Go ahead.
So my fault.
What?
Oh, so what I'm trying to say is it needs to be more of a focus on solution-oriented conversation within the Manosphere. Well, I get the purpose of like putting female fuckery on display, but a lot of men have already been aware of black female fuckery.
Okay.
I feel like it's redundant. Here's the
thing. Like in Georgia on rural Route 7, there is a person who is not aware of the fuckery that exists. Maybe. And here we go. And you know, it's not that cut and dry. But mainly, I'm curious as to why not. Like, why not discuss this?
No, I mean, you can, but I'm not saying you can't.
I know we can because we do.
Yeah, you can.
No,
I feel like a lot of conversations aren't really being focused on what we can do to solve the problems.
Of course it is.
No, understanding the problem is solving it.
No.
So what you're saying is
step in solving it.
What I'm saying is that first step has already been covered.
Hold on, wait. Listen, man. Hold on, let me be heard, bro.
I want to. Okay, so the step isn't completely covered because this problem isn't solved. Now, is it? So until the problem is solved, if I want to continue down this path, I see no problem. Now,
listen, the whole thing.
Ciclet said, you know, GC, how have you never seduced a man and lived in the rainbow capital of the world? I think they changed. I think it's like not now like Denver, but I don't know.
What the fuck?
So what you're basically like, listen, what I'm trying to like paint the picture of. So basically, a lot of like Jessica X's channel and like stuff like that. She paints a picture of, all right, look, this is the black women you got to deal with. Like, this is what black men have to deal with, but that's where it ends.
Women.
Well, hold on, wait. Hold on, wait. Let me say this. Listen. See, the thing is about this, bro. A lot of black men, which goes back to what the Manosphere have been saying. A lot of you men are really stubborn and hard-headed, and like I see how Jessica responds to these black women that hop on her panels, and she's consistent, y'all. Like, unfortunately, these black women, they just don't know how to carry themselves like that, like have genuine conversations without saying nigga shit. So I don't see nothing wrong with it. Like, black men should be aware of these behaviors that you deal with from black women.
I'm not necessarily saying there's anything wrong with it. But what I'm saying is, what's the next step after that?
The next step is you to be a man and stay focused on your purpose. That's it.
I don't get your logic, Smurgo. I'm be honest with you, because like for me, for example, right? I don't watch football, but I don't call the NFL and say, "What's the purpose?"
Right.
it's very strange. Like the TV is full of things that I don't watch, and I don't call them and say, what's the purpose of this? Like I don't call Real Housewives of Anywhere and say, hey, what's the purpose of this? They're just going to get on the show and behave a certain way. Why are you doing? What's your logic? Help me explain that.
I'll tell you what I
So
think.
my logic is it seems like it's just a show that's just displaying something with no solutions.
Yeah, so what? I mean, so what if it is though?
GZ,
No,
wait, right quick.
Go ahead.
Hold on. Because I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna like highlight your logic right now. Hold on, right quick. Hold on. All right, so let me just click one of these videos here. Here we go. Oh, okay, commercial. All right, give me a second. Let me show you what I mean. All right, so share screens. Now, this is a video of a cat. And they're going to show this video of the cat doing stuff and another cat doing stuff. Now, would you like for me to research and give you their email address so you can call them and ask them what's the point in doing this?
I feel like you're missing my point.
One thing, GC. One thing.
Like, by that logic, you should call them and say, "What's the point of sweeping this cat? Like, what's the point of making these videos?"
Well, obviously, so basically, what you're saying is Jessica X is entertainment.
No,
it doesn't matter.
That's not. It doesn't matter. I mean, it's the content. Like, why you get mad at it?
You like. But I mean, you tell a person that they shouldn't do it because it doesn't meet your,
No, I'm not saying she shouldn't do it. I didn't even say she shouldn't do it. I'm saying, listen.
Zach, can I get one word in before you finish? Yes, sir. One word. So, Smurgo, this is the thing that happens with brothers like you that have a problem with people like GC or Jessica X. I'm not saying you do, right? The thing about it is this is a wrong perception you have about the quote-unquote manosphere, because if you're talking about solutions, this is one solution for men to be aware of the type of women that they're dating. Now in the manosphere, you have brothers that'll tell you how to get into Bitcoin, XRP, learn trades and all these different things, and talk about finances and give you free education. You're only basing one argument off of what you saw from the manosphere. This is one sector. So for you to sit up there and talk to GC and say, what is the point and what is the solutions, brother, you need to do more research about what the manosphere is. You probably only came here because of the fact of the matter, we've been talking about the KS situation for 3 weeks now, brother. And I'm just trying to make sure you understand you're only basing that because this is what's drawing in entertainment and views. Okay.
And you know what? Also adding on to that. Hold on, wait. Hold on, bro. Look, also adding on to that, the brother made a good point because, I mean, you asking GC what is the point? Well, his space have been consistent at least for a few years now. So you're late to the party. Number one. Number two, a lot of people have this problem of questioning people in the manosphere like that, and pretty much trying to just doubt what they do. Like, no one hate black women or disagree. We just point out the behaviors and the reality of what certain type of black men deal with black women. As far as Jessica, I was one of the main guys in the beginning. You need to cam up, you need to do all this. But I gotta be honest, Jessica has been consistent, and her platform is pretty funny. It's actually clever. And no thanks to the manosphere is thriving. So either you around for this or maybe you the guy to just disagree with everything. I don't know what your problem is.
No, I don't disagree. And I don't have a problem with Jessica does. My question is what are we gonna do? So we're just seeing what it is. So I guess it's up there. What's gonna be our response to female fucker?
Okay, I tell you what. One thing that people should take from this is to don't be a go with the flow nigga.
Thank you.
So that is one takeaway that I would like all of my audience to do. that you do not have to go with the flow, that somebody is controlling this flow. And if you are going with it, then that person is controlling you. Now, that is a takeaway. But you see, here's the thing. I don't need one. You see, I do not need to meet your standard of philosophy. I don't. I don't need to be as profound as you feel that one should be in order to have to continue to put a message forward. I don't. I can do it just because I like saying the word penis, penis, and I'm looking for a conversation that gives me an excuse to say the word penis all the time. It really doesn't matter. I do not have to meet your criteria of philosophy in order to continue with what I do.
So basically,
I'll bite, and let's just say to get brothers from not going with the flow. All right, so Suda,
yes, hello.
yeah, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
I'm better than some, worse than others. Thank you for asking.
Okay. So I just wanted to say, like, other guy mentioned that in regards to the solution, what like between black men and black women. My thing, and you guys did mention like in the manosphere, there's a lot of guys who do videos on how to make money, stocks, investing, and so on. If you go look at the views, the guy who was saying in regards to the solution, if you go look at the views on a video of a guy in the manosphere making a video in regards to trading and investing, it has the least views compared to something as between black woman and black man. It has more views because there's more drama there. So I feel like the gist here is to have a little bit of a stir, but also to educate others to know what's going on. I would say that.
Well put. Well put. And yeah, I have noticed that there's a difference in views on that.
Yeah.
I was thinking that it's more because brothers really want cooperative women more than they want the other things.
That's true.
You know, like because that's what's really missing in the black community. Like there are brothers with high income but still can't find a attractive woman to get them a sandwich. So
No.
you know,
I know.
they're just sitting there with an empty plate, you know, like trying to figure it out. Like, what do I do to get a sandwich? And I don't think the crypto guy is going to help with that. So, yeah.
Also another thing is like I noticed that in the manosphere, like for instance, like how you guys take on the women and bring them into your community. Aren't you guys scared that they're gonna turn on you like everybody else did?
Yes.
Because my whole thing is that this is a manosphere and I respect your people's platform and stuff, but then you guys should just keep it like that. Don't invite girls in it, because normally when the women come in, that's where everything starts becoming convoluted. Because especially like with Jessica doesn't live in the States, sir. She doesn't know what goes on here. So that's why I feel like she's being attacked so much by the black woman or by women in general, because she talks about issues in the black community in the United States that she doesn't even know what is going on. You know what I'm saying? I am not from America. I come from South Africa, but I reside in the States and I've been here for 10 years. So what I know from coming from South Africa and then what I know now, 10 years after, I can see what the guys are talking about, but at the same time, I can also see what the women are talking about. Do you know what I'm saying?
Somewhat. See, here's the thing about Jessica being from England and you from South Africa. It's okay whenever you're dealing with Western culture.
Yeah.
You know, which let's just say England and British colonial, right?
Okay.
Culture is spread through language. Would you agree with that?
Yes.
If a person was to say something, do something, behave in a certain way that influences the youth, if that youth speaks English and he or she has access to that media, would you say that that person would be affected?
Definitely, sir.
I think that British as well as South Africans are experiencing a lot of the same BS media that we are experiencing. Now, even though it's more intensified here in the States because, we're ground zero for it, we produce it, it still reaches the ears of English and South African young ladies. And, they mimic the behavior, which is why when brothers travel elsewhere for companionship, they tend to stick with places where the women don't speak English. Because that's the channel that's this information is being received. Now, I'm pretty sure I've never been to South Africa, but I'm pretty sure that you've heard some very similar things going on there.
Yes, sir. Like, for instance, feminism is a devil. Like, really, it's the devil. Like, really, feminism is just destroying us. Like, it really is. Because, like, I come from a family where, like, marriage is always like being talked about. We always have to get married and all these things. And then you come to the United States, and then it's like, you want to marry a black guy, of course. Then it's like, the guys don't want to get married because of what happened to what's going on in the court system and what other women have done to them. And it's kind of like, it's kind of discouraging because it's like, then it's like you really want to marry a black guy, but it's like, okay, you just have to wait until he comes around, I guess.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's unfortunate because here we're a generation into it. So yes, we have seen our fathers go through divorce and much worse. Much worse. Some were killed and things like that. I mean, so we as the sons of these men, have seen the devastation of feminism and how it affects how it pollutes the negative side of female nature. I don't think that Jessica should be restricted from that, or she's oblivious to this because she lives in England, because this is something that's spreading. It's spreading throughout the diaspora. I've seen a movie from South Africa called Seriously Single, right? And so you've seen this movie.
No, I've heard about it. I never saw it.
Well, spoiler alert, it is about a woman who wears a wig, who enjoys the single life. She jumps from man to man to man to man to man to man. And when one proposes to her, she says no. She ends the movie showing how happy she is being single as she sits on a Jeep somewhere in the safari and sips champagne. Stuff like this is a English-speaking movie sent to English-speaking women and girls saying that it's okay to be single and to wear a wig as long as you jump from penis to penis to penis.
No, it's not okay to be single, bro. It's not. I don't know. And also I will say this, Mr. Game Changer. And the thing is, sir, if I said like, oh, we should want to get married. We need to get married. We want families. We have to force for those things. People will call us pick-me's, especially girls who protect the guys. Like, I mean, I'm not trying to take sides or anything, but oftentimes when a woman like myself, when we say like, okay, guys, the men have a point, you guys also have a point, but why are you taking their side? I'm not taking anybody's side. And the thing that the worst part about that is like they perpetuate the culture of being single is okay. It's not okay. We shouldn't be single. We should all be partnered up with somebody and I'm not saying having a bunch of children, but everybody should have a partner, but a partner that they're gonna enjoy,
Yeah, exactly. And that's why Courtney, because she's influenced by this same culture that happens everywhere that speaks English, the same culture that happens through most Protestant places that speak English, she's affected by it. And she's like, I'm okay being single. And I have to tell her that, no, you're not.
No, nobody's okay being single. Like I mean, I'm a woman. I know, like, no offense, but like as a woman, I need a man's affection. I need a man. Like, there's no other way about it. It's not like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not gonna lie. It's just what it is. I need a guy. I know that if I don't have a guy, I'm gonna die. That's just what it's gonna come down to.
You're gonna die alone, and the cats will eat you. The cats eat their own when they die.
Stop with the cats.
Yeah. But hold on, let me read some super chats. It says, as a man, we have to self-reflect and be accountable. The power is in our choice. What we attract reflects our energy. It starts and stops with us. Absolutely. Absolutely. I appreciate you, L. Nixon. Sick Lid says, height, weight, and dress size, please. Yeah. I'm not good at determining from that because sometimes it's like spread out, but I think Kevin is real good at doing that. But yeah, I appreciate that. But I mean, 105, I can't imagine that being, like fat or anything. So
I have a question for you, Mr. Game Changer.
Yeah, go for it.
So what is okay, in America, it was odd when I came here, like my hair is natural and stuff, but the girls in the States, the black girls, yeah, they were making fun of me. But then it's like, but I'm noticing that you guys don't like wigs. I didn't know that you didn't like wigs. I thought you guys were okay with it because the men never said anything before, but now it's like so prevalent where a lot of videos are coming up. So what is the issue like you guys have, or some of you have, with like wigs and weaves?
It's just okay. Here's the thing. It's a reflection of her character. It's a sign of laziness, more specifically. So a woman who just wakes up in the morning and puts a wig on, it means that at in the evening she's going to just throw something in the microwave. Like that's how she's looking for a quick solution to something. She doesn't really have the concentration and focus in the sense of delayed gratification to tend to nurture or care for something as simple as her own hair. Why would you want a woman like that that's constantly looking for shortcuts to raise your kids? That's what we see on a subconscious level. Some guys just see it and don't like the way it smells. I don't like the way it smells. And I was with her like that, and she had like little glue droplets on the sink.
Yeah, man. Suda, was it Suda? Is that Suda I'm talking to?
Yes.
So let me explain my reasoning for like a brother like me. I don't really like the weaves and the wigs. You know what I mean? I'm a North American Negro, so this is the reason. Like it associates with a characteristic and a flaw, right? Because when you watch TV, usually you're gonna see those women nowadays that have those type of like hairstyles. They're associated with being ratchet and ghetto and combative. You feel what I'm saying?
Yes.
So for me, I don't want to see that. I don't have a problem. Like I tell brothers, like I said, look, listen, I would never say all North American Negro women are bad. Now, I'm not going to necessarily say because a North American Negro woman wears a natural hairstyle that she still can't have the same characteristics, but it's going to remind me of something I would not allow in a relationship with the woman that I want. You know what I'm saying? So when I see that, I'm like, nah, I don't want that because it's reminding me of the environment that I'm around. And I don't want to be reminded, like, if I'm the dude that's doing what I'm supposed to do, I want a woman that's supposed to do what she has to do. So when I see those weaves and those wigs, we know that you're going to take it at some time and it's going to be like a tumbleweed on the floor. So I don't want that.
Exactly. And another thing, Brown, is and Suda, there's just something about a matriarchal tradition that's been passed on. See, I don't know. I'm in my early 40s. I remember grandma hot combing my cousin's hair. And I know that my cousin will do the same to her daughter, and so on and so forth. But a woman who just puts a wig on, she's not passing down any of that. She's not passing down recipes or anything like that. It's you're just breaking a whole tradition. I'm pretty sure you come from a woman who tended to your hair
all the time.
Yeah, exactly. And as you wish to do so with your daughter. And it's not just it's a physical manifestation. Like when men see that, we internalize and we say, okay, she comes from one of those families and she's going to give me one of those type families. That's what it said.
I never looked at it that way before.
Yeah.
I really never looked at it that way.
It's deeper than that, it really is. It really is.
And I mean, at times also, like Mr. GC, it's hard to wear your natural hair, especially among some girls who, some women who have weave in their hair. Because, like I said, like I come from South Africa. When I was working in the States, I was working under the table a lot, so I was working in restaurants like everywhere just to make some money. But I promise you, girls in the neighborhood will make fun of you, like even the guys. But I'm not like not good guys though. The bums, the drug dealer guys, like they would make fun of you. So the guy, but those ones didn't bother me. The fact that the girls made fun of me, that really bothered me, and it made me ashamed of my own hair, because it's like, I know my hair is really beautiful and I love my hair. It doesn't matter who says wow, but it makes you insecure in these spaces where you do see women with weaves, and then you don't hear the guys talking about our natural hair and telling us, oh no, we love your natural hair. We think your natural hair is beautiful. But it's weird. I don't know, like it's very weird.
Well,
Strange, actually.
here's the thing. Here's what's going on with that. Those are niggas. And here's the thing about them is they're going for the greater sexual opportunity. They know that you likely won't be interested in them, and they know that they will win points with the women who are making fun of you if they joined into the fray.
Oh.
So that's what that's all about. They're not doing it just to down you. They're doing it to up themselves in the eyes of the women, the fake-haired women or the wig women that they're trying to impress. It's kind of pathetic, but it's not personal on their part. Now, what the women are doing is the women are trying to discourage you, so guys like myself won't have an option. They want us to say, oh, all Black women have wigs, therefore I might as well get one with a wig, and they're doing that to try to convince you. Now, you see what's scrolling down at the bottom?
If you ain't fucking a pick me, you ain't fucking shit.
Exactly. So when and this is how I feel about pick-me's, okay? If you ain't fucking pick-me's, you ain't fucking shit. There's nothing else worth putting your penis into, Let them call you pick-me all you want to. All they want to. You are a better woman than them, okay? Period. You deserve the honor and respect of guys like myself. Who cares what nagagas think? They're nagagas. They eat Pop-Tarts without popping them. They just eat it out the pack. They're not regular people. Their opinions don't matter, and neither does the wig-headed women. My opinion matters. And yeah, see, just like Will said here, we love pick-me's. Pick-me's are the only women worth being with, and they're the only women worth getting me a sandwich.
Oh boy.
Game changer. Would you agree with the fact that we're a generation or two in with a lot of women that weren't raised? A majority of women aren't raised or reared to be wives, right?
Yes, I am aware of that.
So what would be the proper way to address or approach that?
Get them to re-rear themselves, or get women who are reared. Get them to re-rear themselves, or get women who are properly reared somewhere in the diaspora or from a different culture. Absolutely. I have no qualms with that. However, if you find a pick-me, then fuck her. Because if you ain't fucking a pick-me, you ain't fucking shit.
Well, it depends on where you find that pick-me, right? So you find a pick-me in America. So then now you're dealing with the overall issues of being in the Western climate, right?
No, that's a separate thing. Listen,
it is separate, but it's not.
No. A woman who has turned her back on the environment, basically, because it's the environment that's corrupt. It's not the woman. Look, if you can grow up in the Acorn Projects of Oakland, California, and you still become a pick-me, then I respect that. I respect that you are not allowing society to influence you in a negative way.
Yep.
Now it helps if a woman comes from a pick-me culture and she's a pick-me, because that means that her support system will back her lifestyle up, which is a good thing. But I'll take pick-me's from anywhere. Like if you come from the favelas in Brazil and you're a pick-me, I'll take it. If you come from the projects in Dominican, if you're a pick-me, I'll buy you a stove. Like that's just yeah.
So you've traveled to the Dominican Republic. Would you find a wife in the Dominican Republic and bring her back to America?
I probably wouldn't bring her back to America because once again, I don't know how American society would influence her.
Yeah, so that's pretty much where I'm at. I'm trying to figure out. So, like, even if you found a pick-me, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
What could you reasonably do with her besides fuck her?
You can have her get you a sandwich.
Yeah.
No,
So like,
you can get way more. You can definitely get way more. When we say, like, for instance, when we are using the word like pick me, I don't want to even use the word pick me, but when a girl honors her guy, she'll do anything for him. That's just how it is. Okay, that's just how I was raised. When you really respect and honor your man, you'll do whatever. Like whatever to make him happy, like anything under the sun. I'm not saying you bring people in your bedroom or anything, but you will do everything in your power to always make sure that your partner is good. That's what I think of a woman who really wants to be with a man, with a certain person or man would do. And another thing also, like, about I heard you mention the whole DR thing and going outside of the country to find a woman and bring her back. I don't think there's a problem with that, you guys, because the only thing is, I feel like you have to be with a person that's gonna dismiss feminism as a whole. As a whole, because you can bring the person here, but you have to make sure that that person is on the same page as you at all times, and they will not be influenced by by people from the outside that are from America. For instance, like myself, I refuse to get influenced just because I see some of my black friends from America act a certain way or be a certain way towards a guy. I can't do that. That's not how I was raised. That is not right. That is just not me. But I feel that's the thing. Like, don't let the society you live in influence you like that. No.
so you think that a woman's rearing from outside the country be more powerful than the pervasive nature of Western society?
Pardon? Sorry.
So, like feminism in Western culture is very pervasive to the minds of women. So when you
Yes.
bring a woman from outside the country to America, she could be
What's that?
it's a large possibility she could be easily influenced by the temptations of what American society has to offer. You know,
Um, That's
equality.
true, Mr. Brown. However, sir, like, how will you have a family with a woman and, like, be the head of the household if your woman is in a whole nother country?
Well, if you lived in that country, because I see what Smurgo is saying. Because there are women here, and I'm pretty sure you've seen it, who come from other countries, not necessarily South Africa, but other parts of Africa, and get influenced by the locals, and then they assimilate to something, because you're basically bringing a non-feminist woman to the land of feminism, hoping that she doesn't succumb to the pressure. So, yeah, that is a tough thing. That's a case by case thing. A lot of guys do bring their wives in from places like the Philippines and stuff like that. And they don't have that problem.
Well, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like the concept of equality is very like alluring to women. I would definitely see that as a problem for any man looking to find a serious wife or significant other. And that goes back to my earlier question of what's like. I don't know. I guess I kind of stumped myself. But yeah,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
I'm trying to figure this out. Like I know I'm like making it really open because Game Changer, you're a pretty intelligent dude, and
Thank you.
I know you're I think you said you were like serious with a woman or something.
Yeah, well, I guess it's going on maybe 2 years and in a few months. Yeah.
So what do you have any doubts in your mind that anything could go wrong with that?
Well, she is an African woman who lives here in the States. Do I see her being influenced by locals? Yeah. And that's because she does hair. So, she actually has to associate with the locals on some level. And also, do I see problems that could potentially manifest itself later on in the relationship? Yeah. Um, is there certain things about her existing culture that I find a little just I don't like it? Yeah, But I mean, I don't know. It's better than
But
And
the
I guess
Mr.
it. And I
GC,
guess. Oh my bad. I'm sorry.
sorry.
Talk.
Okay.
I can talk.
Mr. Oh, sorry. Do you want to go first?
No, you go ahead. You go ahead, Sula.
Okay. Um, but Mr. GC, you know so much already in how feminism influences the society. And I mean, since you're talking to the lady, you why don't you have a conversation about it too and tell her like, I mean, if it gets there, your relationship, I don't think you should be scared to mention your fears. And because you're so you know so much, and like for instance, you're already seeing signs and stuff. And I personally think you shouldn't be scared. You should just tell her like, if you become like this, we're not gonna be together. I don't know.
Well, she knows what traits I don't like in a woman.
Okay.
However, for example, you know, the hair thing is, you know, like she wears her hair in fashions that she's advertising so others can follow suit, you know. At least that's
Yes.
the excuse she gives me. She doesn't wear wigs because, you know, that goes against her business model. But, you know, what do you call that? The twist? Those twists that, you know, I mean, her hair is reasonably long, but she puts those in to like lengthen it a little bit.
Okay,
So
yes, I see what you mean.
so it's stuff like that, you know. So I mean, is she going down a feminist direction? No, but I mean, is she as traditional as I would like for her to be? Not ideally. I mean, she has her own career and things like that, but you know, it's a move.
Okay.
See, that's the risky thing about it. Like it's always a gradual transition. So
Yeah,
if you bring
sometimes
a
it is. Yeah.
so like
Well, I mean, so
like
she okay, let's put it like this. Let's put, and I don't want to get too much into personal business, but from what I noticed, she's turning into an American a little bit, but she's not turning into an American feminist. So maybe if I see the line being crossed, I'll bring it up. But she
Okay.
doesn't feel about feminists.
okay, because it's just it's hard being red pill aware, and then like you're trying to like do the whole human biology thing where you have create offspring and engage in the male and female dynamic because you know the consequences of doing so, right? And a lot of things, especially with the you know the overhead of Western society, the marriage court system, child support, and whatnot. So
Mhm.
it's too many hazards. There's too many hazards at play here for you to just turn a blind. Even if you do find that ideal woman, right? There's too many hazards at play here for you to just be like, okay, well, I kind of want kids. I want a wife and shit, so I'm gonna do this anyway. And then let you like in a good position where I feel like the best position would probably be like be in a position where it wouldn't hurt you. Like that's what Kevin Samuels actually advocates. Be in a position in life where a divorce wouldn't hurt you, or you can handle paying alimony to two women and paying child support. But like,
I don't
come
agree
on,
with that. I don't
like
agree with
No,
that. Like
you don't
definitely,
agree?
yeah. I don't agree with that either.
yeah,
He said that before. He said like a man of high value doesn't worry about divorce and alimony because he can handle it.
No,
Like
but a
no,
smart
no,
man will protect
yeah,
himself.
yeah.
A smart man will protect himself before even getting to alimony, before even getting to the altar. If you know you have money and you have old money, or you want to protect the money and you want to make sure the money only goes to your children, even if you and your wife end up splitting, you sign a prenup. You do. You should. Like, everybody should sign one nowadays, because it's for your own good. Like, think about it. If the girl leaves with half of your money and she still expects you to give her alimony plus child support, that's ridiculous. That is ridiculous.
that's the thing
compared to
about.
is
I'm
compared to
sorry.
is you protect your money. You sign up you pull up a prenup and you say, okay, this is what I want. You can have only this amount of money. For instance, if we divorce, and she'll have to get back on her feet, this will even make your wife want to work, just in case. You know what I'm saying? This will bring more money into the family. Like,
Here's the
no yeah.
here's the thing about the American family court system here though. It don't play fair. Like you can have a prenup and they'll throw it out like, well, I mean, this prenup it's great and everything, but we gotta take in consideration the best interest of the children. So we're gonna give your ex-wife 70% of your income and assets, and that's gonna be the end of it. And then you know, so it's like, yeah, you can say protect yourself, but this is a society built around protecting women. Now, women can complain they're not protecting everything, but this society is completely like from top to bottom, designed to protect women and in the best interest of women and children. So
Right.
what?
Right quick.
Yeah.
So L. Nixon said, ladies, you go get a 28 and Cynthia G with highlight in the aisles 5. What is that?
So,
You're laughing. I
I
don't.
think 28-inch wig or weave. I
Oh,
think so.
okay. I'm like, I had no idea. So yeah, so she puts a wig on. And there's a certain set of personality traits that follows a woman who wears a wig. Cichlid said Jeff Bezos has to give his ex-wife billions 2 years ago, and he's even more now. I think you mean he's worth even more now. Listen, it's not a matter of that. I don't agree with Kevin Samuels on everything, and that's one of them. I think that a man should protect his assets at all costs. Now, take me for example, right? And y'all heard me on this very show. I have an income. Don't get me wrong, and it's not. It's not Jeff Bezos by any stretch of the imagination, but I do well, right?
Yeah.
And on this very show, I looked up at the time and I realized that I forgot to turn in a red box, and I was pissed. And was that like $1.30? I don't care. That's my $1.30. Like, I don't know where Kevin something like. I don't know. Like, even if I made 10 times as much, I'll still be like, dang, forgot to turn my red box in.
Yeah.
And when I go to places, to foreign countries, yeah, I'll negotiate with the cab driver. Like it's my money. I don't care. I don't care how much of it I have.
It's your money. At the
Yeah,
end of the day,
exactly.
it's yours.
Exactly. Like, yeah. So I definitely disagree with that one. With Kevin Samuels, but I mean, it's just like that. But yeah, Melody, she tried to come up, but she couldn't. So Melody, to your point, Suda, she suffered through, and she was born here in the U.S. a lot of what you described. In fact, the girls where she lived offered to do her hair, and what they did was they put hair remover, and yeah, just out of spite. So because she has long hair.
Yeah, I can tell in the pictures.
Yeah, exactly. So they put the nair, the stuff that they use on their legs, they put that in her hair.
That's just horrible.
Yeah, they're horrible people here. They're horrible people. So
was it just like out of jealousy, or they didn't like her or something?
Yeah, a little bit of both. They didn't like her because they were jealous, obviously, of her hair, and they did that. And I have all kinds of stories about that. There are girls who had
colorism too.
Yeah, colorism too, because she's a lighter skinned Black woman. But where girls put gum in other girls' hair and slash tires and stuff like that, they don't want women to be non-feminist.
And that's like the pervasive nature, right, of the feminism. Like it's really hard to like, even if you do find a woman, like I said, it's like really hard to not to be influenced by that type of thing.
Well,
she'll literally be bullied into being a feminist. Like
exactly.
That's where all that pick me shit comes from. Like that's bullying.
No, they're trying to socially shame you into not being a pick me. So that their way of life can be the standing norm, and men would be forced to capitulate. And that's why I was against the whole go with the flow thing that you were saying, because you're capitulating to feminism. That's like, we're feminism. We're going to make the flow go in this direction, and I want you to go with it. I refuse to. So.
Well, I don't think the feminist people like understand how feminism is like destroying our families, because there's no families left now.
Well, all right. Now I remember where I was originally going with that. All right, so knowing what the environment is, would that necessarily be the wrong way to approach it? Like going outside of the system, just doing whatever. Because like if you try to do the traditional marriage thing, or if you try to sign a birth certificate, that could fuck you up. But like,
there's several ways around that. I mean, like when you look at the movie Braveheart, the laws of the land said that the lord of your land can do your wife first. He's the lord, so he get to hit it first. If you don't like the laws of the state as it pertains to marriage, then you just have a private marriage that's not state recognized.
Yeah, but then this goes into child custody too, because can you get
That becomes a problem, most definitely.
that does become a problem because if you're a man that really wants children, that's hard to get around because you will have to sign a birth certificate to have custody of your children.
It is.
Otherwise, if you end up having children with the wrong woman, you'll never get to see those children, and you'll be paying like, well, I mean, child support varies. It's not. It could be depending on your income, whatever.
It
I
is.
know guys that pay as low as $50 a month. Then there's other guys that pay up to like two bands, like $2,000. So like that's scary as hell. I'm like, I mean, I'm a relatively young guy and I make decent money. I would eventually want kids eventually, but this system that in America is really, really bad. That's what I'm trying to like understand. Is like, yeah, we know what black women are on and all that, and like I feel like that's been discussed heavily.
It's a systemic problem, you know.
Yeah.
I agree. However, the solution is not systemic. You know, it's an individual cultural choice. Is the only solution. Because I mean, let's face it, you're not going to outvote it because you know it's always going to be more feminists or sympathizers, or guys like the ones who made fun of Suda's hair, you know, who are just on board for you know the sex, that will always back this lifestyle. So it's not going to go away through any legal channels. So what we have to do is change the culture of it. You know how we react to it. Now, I mean, that being said, I do understand that there are more traditional men in our community than there are traditional women, and some of them will have to, you know, seek love from women who are either here from other countries or, you know, in other countries themselves. I understand that, you know, or maybe even seek love in places where laws are more favorable. I mean, I understand that, but you know, we shouldn't turn our backs on the ones who are here and are willing to capitulate.
I don't know because I mean there are ones in America that want to you know be pick me's or be wives, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then you still have to deal with the system. So that's where it makes a brick wall, right?
Well, I
Unless
mean,
you
you're
got,
not
unless
dealing.
you
You're not
operate.
dealing. So when a woman takes your kid, you're not really dealing with the system. At that point, you're dealing with a woman who weaponized the system against you.
Yes.
Yeah, and she can do that for any reason.
Changing that culture is you know the goal of channels like this.
To change the culture.
Yeah, exactly. You change the culture, like kind of like when somebody shoots another person. You know, you really shouldn't challenge the gun laws. You should change the culture of what made that person do that.
Do it. Okay.
You know.
Yeah, that makes
So,
sense.
yeah, it's kind of the same way, and that's what I'm focused on here, and that's why you see at the bottom. If you ain't fucking pick me, you ain't fucking shit. If they want to change the culture to where pick me is a pejorative, it's a negative thing, it's an insult to a woman, I would change it back and make it a positive. You know.
Oh yeah, I definitely agree that being a pick me is. I never understood that. Like that's like perplexed me since I even heard the concept. I was on Facebook and I heard this one woman going off on women for being pick me's and shit. Like, so it's a problem with women wanting to be picked, like women getting picked. Like, so do you not want to be picked? But then she'll be talking. But then she'll like prop up men she do like. So like, so are you not being picked by these men that you do like, or like what's the problem with being picked? Well, like, what's really the what is this concept? What is the true concept of picking? Is I guess.
Yeah, it's just a pejorative for a
Yeah.
pleasing woman, and you know, I'm not gonna jump on that bandwagon just because you know y'all claim that you know what are you gonna give me, like you know sex with a woman with a wig on, like I don't care, like you know I like pick me's, and if you ain't fucking a pick me, you ain't fucking shit.
And if I may be inappropriate for like 1 second,
Go for
I
it.
hear in the black community, okay, here by us in our community, the guys, a lot of the guys are complaining that the girls don't want to go down on them. I don't understand that. What is this that about? I'm so sorry, but I've heard it so many times. Like, what is that about?
Well, and I'm only speaking for me. I'm from California and things like that. So what I've noticed is that It's not that they don't like it because, I think that they do. It's just that they're not as willing to do it as other races of women. And that stems from they want to hold sexual leverage over a guy.
But we can't do that because sex is for both of us. It's not just for one.
Yeah, but okay. Here's what's going on. Because feminism has taken over the culture, right?
Okay.
And feminism really just completely takes away all other actions that a woman does for a man through submission. She no longer cooks, cleans, or does her own hair, or child rearing. It completely just gets rid of that. And all a woman is, reduced to after all of that is gone is her sexual function. That's the only leverage she has over a man at that point. So because that's 100% of her value, she's going to parcel it out more. However, women in other cultures who are less affected by feminism, they're like, listen, I like doing this. I like going down on a man, and he likes me going down on him. I know that he's not, that my value to him is greater than this. So I feel secure that if I do this for him, he's going to stay anyway, because I'm the one who gets him a sandwich. I'm the one who cuts the carrots for his kids. I'm the one who makes sure that the kids are at soccer practice on time. I'm the one, who's been taking prenatal vitamins, for 9 months, so they're pretty secure that he's going to stay where our culture, unfortunately, they feel that they need to leverage.
But I just feel like sex is a dumb leverage. If anything, it's a stupid
but when you don't have anything else, it's all you got. Like it's really all they have.
But withholding sex is ridiculous, honestly.
And she could probably see it as a submissive role too.
Like, that too, yeah.
So like she would see sucking off a man as being submissive to him too. So I mean, I've never had a problem with it. I don't know. I mean, I haven't really experienced that too much. I don't think, but like I can see it happening for sure.
Well, I have. I have when I was younger, in the 90s, and they just were reluctant. Okay, here's what I noticed. In high school, they just didn't want to do it because they didn't want to have a reputation. They didn't want to give you the power to shame them in the only social circle that existed in high school. That's one. In college, I noticed that that white girls were more willing to do it, and however, they were in different circles. So, like, if a white girl were to do it and I were to just try to embarrass her in front of all my friends, she wouldn't care because she has a completely different set of friends. But then I noticed, like, through adulthood, that there was something that even though both were willing to do it, there was still like one group wanted to do it and another group was willing to do it.
Yeah, I get what you're saying there. Okay.
Yeah. So it says this is for the Suda Channel Fund. Get the chopper. Yeah.
Oh please, Sigler, you go to the chopper. Why would you say that? You go to the chopper, Sigler. Yeah, no, but I don't know. Like, I just feel like withholding sex is dumb. It's just so fucking retarded. Like, it's really retarded. Like, it's really retarded. Everybody benefits from sex, not just one person. And I don't know why it's being pushed. The narrative is being pushed. Even like with this whole Me Too movement, that screwed up even more things.
Mm-hmm.
That whole thing screwed up everything. Like the whole Me Too movement. Come on now.
Suda, you from Africa, right?
Yeah.
What part?
South Africa.
South Africa? Okay.
Yeah, South Africa. But I live in the States now, so. But I refuse to let feminine because I see it destroy too many things. Like, for instance, a guy that I was with for 7 years, all of his sisters, like, they are not married. They are not married because they are so stuck on this feminism movement, and it's destroying them because, like, the thing is, like, and they get like really good guys come up to them and approach them. I'm talking about doctors, lawyers, engineers, and these girls, for some reason, don't want them, or they like there's always something wrong with the guy. And it's like when I see the guys at Thanksgiving and Christmas dinners and stuff, then I'm like, ooh, good catch. I'm celebrating already because I'm thinking, okay, maybe the sun is gonna stick around. But then when I come back the next time, they're gone. And I don't know, understand, but now I get it. It's really the feminism. It's destroying the woman like it is, and they don't realize it. They don't realize it. They don't.
Exactly. Some of them don't realize it ever. Others don't realize it until the doctors and lawyers stop calling. You know, like they don't realize it until the doctors and lawyers stop asking them out. And then they're like, yeah, I mean, and it's unfortunate. And, and that's why I do this channel because people think that it's a man problem or, it's about the men getting sex more or something like that. No, it's deeper than that because the women are dying alone and the cats are eating them. Like, so let's not let this happen. There are ways to avoid this that are time tested.
So, Suda, you were saying basically like women would find like a good, upstanding man, right? And women would basically brush them off.
Yes, pretty much. That's what happens. But it's not. It's not just like them. I feel like it's their friends influence them, and then plus society influences them. So they have this list where everything has to get checked. Everything has to get checked, and if you're missing like one or two boxes, bro, you out. You out.
Yeah, it's so bad around here, right? A lot of guys. I know some guys that are like really, you wouldn't on paper they're like great guys, all the boxes checked, but like they don't have that typical American culture swag that would be alluring to the average black woman. So like they would have to put up a facade and like pretend to be like what they would appeal to. So like you got this dude that's like practicing to be a lawyer, pretending to be a drug dealer, basically, and it's weird.
Yeah.
It's really weird how it works like that over here. And and the minds of these women is really lopsided and backwards, honestly. A lot of them.
So this is something, Smurgo, that I struggle with when it comes to situations that you describe. Are women just like oppositing a guy? Like, if he's a lawyer, she just saying that he's not a drug dealer, but I'm pretty sure that they're going to drug dealers and saying you ain't no lawyer. Like, I think that they're just saying whatever they feel that you're lacking in, just so you can feel like you're not sufficient, and therefore you're negotiating at a deficit.
No, so like here's the thing. So like, it's like let's say you are a lawyer, but you ain't got swag.
Mm-hmm.
They want a lawyer with swag, but they'll take a guy with just swag too. So you get what I'm saying?
But I mean, when they get it with a guy with swag, do they call him broke, dusty, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera?
Not what are with them, no.
No.
Okay, so
especially if you're spending money, no.
Okay, well let's do this. Let's do this. Let's look at girl who's average at best. She gets on like, oh, these guys are beneath me. They're beneath me. They're so beneath me. I make six figures and they're beneath me, and they're broke and they're asking to invest with me and stuff like that. But if she gets with a guy, who is a lawyer or something like that, she probably would hit him with the whole swag thing. I mean, it does seem as if they're just looking for excuses to shame you. It seems like shaming language, especially because swag isn't really a thing.
No. It's not a thing.
Well, swag is just another. This is the word for charisma. It's like, but not charisma in the traditional sense. It's more like
personality.
Yeah, but it's a very edgy kind of personality. It's like,
well, let's
I know you know who 50 Cent is, right?
Well, let's put it like this. That's something that they can say anybody doesn't have, and it'll be true.
Yes.
Like, I mean, it's something that they can say to pretty much each and every single man on the planet, and you can't say, no, that's not true. Like, if a woman says to Idris Elba, you don't have any swag, he can't say, that's not true. And that's why it exists. It exists as a just constant shamer. Like, it's something that they can always say.
Let me change it just a bit. Maybe charisma was the wrong way to put it. Maybe swag is more like sex appeal. And like,
again,
and PWs in particular really prefer men with a lot of sex appeal. That's like their first marker for a man. So like, yeah, you could be a lawyer and have all the traditional husband boxes checked off, but if you ain't got that swag or that sex appeal, yeah, they are going to brush you off to the side because that's not what they're checking for first, and that is a product of feminism.
But my thing is, I see what you're saying, but my thing is that they can say that about any guy. They can. That's something that they can always say. And if you want a guy to feel like he's not good enough, then you can always just say, yeah, you don't have enough swag for me, which doesn't really mean a thing. Like they can really say that about any guy, guys who reputedly have sex appeal, like like Angelina Jolie could say that about Brad Pitt. Like, it's like you could say that at any given time, honestly. And yeah, you could even say that about 50 Cent. Like you can say that to any guy at any time. And if he internalizes it, then it's like, wait, what? And that's what it's meant to do. It's meant to break down a guy's self-esteem.
To say that, I mean, like,
huh?
So you're saying women are just saying men don't have enough. Basically, they ain't got enough swag for them. They're just saying that to knock them down.
Exactly. That's exactly what I'm saying. I'm saying that when you have that guy who is 6 foot with a six pack and makes six figures, and you're looking for something to say, then that is always what's there.
But would they say that though?
They do say that. I mean, and it's they say that. They say stuff like there's just no spark, no chemistry. They're basically just saying that, you're not.
I don't see. Okay, so
well, put it like this. Why is it that they say it with guys that they're with? Like they say it with guys they're with. And they say it with guys that they've been with for quite some time. You don't have enough swag.
All right, so you're saying that even
no, sick lid. They want 6 inches upside down. Let's be clear. 6 upside down inches.
Yo, this guy is funny.
Oh, okay. I think I get you. So basically, they're using that as an excuse not. They don't have swag as an excuse not to even pay that guy any attention to begin with.
Not to value him as much as, well, first of all, it's to get him to devalue himself to get it at a discount. Imagine me. Think of the mating market as a car dealership, right? And there's just a perfect car there, right? And then I say to the dealer, like, how much is this Tesla, right? And he says 158K. And I say, well, it's a nice car, but it just don't have enough swag. So I'll give you $5,000. Like, that's what it sounds like. The dealer would say, wait, what's swag? Swag is just that certain quality that I feel that all cars should have. This car doesn't have the swag that I want. Therefore, it's not worth as much. Therefore, you should sell it to me for less.
Oh, I get what you're saying.
I see what you mean.
So you're saying even if he doesn't have swag, it shouldn't be anything that knocks him down.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
Take CJ Green. CJ Green is a young dude who became a lawyer. He just graduated law school, and he said that I am the prize. Now, they could say, you're not the prize because you don't have a six-pack. Oh, he has a six-pack. You're not the prize because you're not educated. Oh, he's highly educated. You're not the prize because you're not tall. Oh, he's tall. You don't have any swag. It's kind of like what they say, so guys don't walk around like I'm the prize. But certain guys should walk around like I'm the prize, especially if you got that 6 inches upside down. Like, you need to just do that.
And I feel like it is ridiculous because, I don't know. Because, see, the funny thing is you don't necessarily got to be a lawyer or a doctor to attract a lot of women.
No, true.
So that's where it gets, funny and iffy. Like, they can say you don't got swag, but if you're attracting a lot of women, clearly it's something.
So True. Some guys do have intangible qualities. I know these guys, some guys, even short guys and stuff like that. They have physical appeal or they have charisma. So, I mean, and I don't fault them. I don't fault those guys. And I do understand that charisma is a real thing, but I'm just saying that swag is far too often used in the way I described.
It's like a nonsense term that could mean anything, really.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's negging. It's negging. And that's only when they use it with a guy that they're with, I mean, or that's generally when they use it with a guy that they're with. So
what about when a woman says, "Oh, he ain't hard enough for me"? Is that like the same thing too?
Well, generally speaking, sometimes it is. Sometimes, don't get me wrong. I understand that there exists women who are simply into bad boys. I mean, I get that, and that's like throughout the thing. Sometimes they say that in a sense that they're intimidated by a certain type of guy, as they should be. As they should be. Most guys who aren't on some Nagaga stuff, and the woman is on some Nagaga stuff, then he's just going to look at her for temporary sexual gratification. I know I do. Just to keep it real, I know I do. So she's right to defend herself against guys like me, who listen, this relationship is not going to go anywhere no matter what you do, no matter how many sandwiches you get me. So if you just are going to say I'm not into any guy who's not in the same lifestyle I'm in, then I don't blame her. That's a protection method. So she'll say that, or some chicks just are genuinely interested in bad boys, and no real shade to them either.
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
In the Manosphere, I guess, what do you guys? Okay, I'm hearing a lot of this high value man thing. How would you guys define this high value man thing?
Well, Kevin brought that term to the Manosphere, and I think that he means like a man with certain income and connections.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's what.
Do you agree? Do you guys agree with in regards to the high value man?
Do you want like the common man's answer too? I'll let Game Changer answer first though, but I can give you like what the common man would say.
I don't know. I mean, well, I don't really know, or I'm not gonna say I don't care, but if I'm considered to be a high value man, that's great. If I'm not, I'm not. It's really not going to change my dating, mating, and relating habits. It just might improve my options, but it's at this point, it's not, hey, is what it is.
No, yeah. You know what though, GC? See the term high value that bad because it's not that bad because okay, I'm not 100 grand yet. I'm on the way to it, but I mean, to me, I don't think much of it. I think a lot of us in this space as a man doing the right things, making better choices in their life, and being responsible. And I think that's high value. But he thinks he got it figured out, and he's Kevin Samuel, and he has his platform. That's cool too. Shout out to the Manosphere.
So a lot of guys, especially a lot of American black men, they would define themselves as high value just based off their ability to sleep with a bunch of women, irregardless of how much money they have.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, however much sexual access to women they have is what they define as a high value man. So really, I won't even say it depends on who you ask, because like that Kevin Samuel's concept of a high value man is it's a new concept.
Yeah.
Really.
Well, you know what? Either way it go, both of those concepts, both of those standards are very easy to obtain. Like for example, a black man can fuck a bunch of 4s and 5s and say, "Oh, I fuck women," and then a man can make 100,000 and say, "Oh, I make that," but still, it's the behavior of the black woman. So, like I said, I know what Kevin Samuel getting at because as a guy who lived by himself, and I'm just buying shit and I'm, investing money and I got stocks and shit like that. And then I'm working out every morning and then I'm seeing my children and teaching my children how to read and all type of shit. And I'm feeling better about myself as a man. So my quality is getting up, but I don't make 100 grand yet, but I'm almost there. But the whole point is, even if a guy don't make that, the thing is, I feel like a lot of men should be, especially black men, we should be upfront and honest and be realistic. We don't have to do cheap ass nigga shit. We don't have to lie, cheat, steal to do nothing like. And that's why I don't like niggers. I'm not with them niggas.
Hey, watch it, man. Watch it.
All right, sorry.
Yeah.
I'm not with those. I'm not with those guys. So when I meet guys who, okay, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, like, a dude literally called into Kevin's show on one show, and he was like, "I'm a high value man because I'm smashing baddies," but he also admitted to sleeping on his sister's couch on the chat. So like, so I mean, really, it depends on who you ask. High value man is very subjective.
And I agree with that, but I'm just saying, Kevin standard is not far fetched. Like most black men can make 60 grand off 2 different jobs and have all of that. That is nothing. The whole thing is the idea that black women can change their mind and say, oh, you're a blue collar worker, I'm good. Oh, you in STEM, you're boring, you're lame, and that's not true because a lot of these same black women come back freeloading and begging and wanting to be with you so bad and desperately because of their choices, which causes the manosphere to be like, oh, I knew you would say that.
Well,
I don't feel bad for you.
Well, so let me read this, and then we'll get to facts, and then let me read this, and Suda, this is to you, and then after your response, we'll get the facts. Okay, so Cichlid is asking you to say, "I'll be back."
I'll be back. Like really, Suda. I mean, really, Cichlid. What do you want? I'll be back. What do you want me to say?
Well,
okay, wait, but I wanted to say this, guys. I wanted to say this. Okay, in my eyes, when I think high value man, I'm thinking like like you guys said, getting yourself together, having your own money and so on. But at the same time, like when we say high value, we have to take it even more further. A man who's there for his children, who raises his children. You know what I'm saying? Like I can understand your sometimes parents who have to co-parent can get into it, but a high value dude is gonna try to not even argue, gonna nip it in the bud.
No. No. You know what? Can I say this real quick? And then I'm done talking. I'm done talking now. Let me ask you something.
Say that and then we'll go to facts.
Okay, let me say the GC. I understand what you're saying, and that's true. However, at the same time, like, see, the thing is this, like, it's a lot of good men who really believe in the idea of giving women, especially black women, committed relationships, and they will not cheat and dog you out, and they will treat you right. But the thing is, a lot of these women change their minds. See, women have the ability to change their mind, and then they so naive about everything else. Oh, I never said that. Oh, really? And my thing is this, like, so I get what you're saying, but I've been in the manosphere since 2017, and one of the reasons is because I'm not all of that. I used to be broke when I was like 22, 23, but I had my things together like years ago. It's probably been like 6 years now. But anyway, I still got cheated on, and I'm a decent guy, and I respect women, and I'm a leader, and all this other shit, and I fix shit in the house, and all that, and I have a big penis, and still got cheated on. And with a shorter dude, a shorter guy,
and I won't let it go. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy.
Yeah, so that's really what
facts, right quick, facts. Go for it.
Yeah, just for me, high value is like a get out of jail card for the women, because they can, like, as soon as that high value, like, it's crossing the I's and dotting the T's. You get to know your own value as a man, and then like if you're in a relationship and that deteriorates or goes wrong, you know your own value, so you can get that back. So for me, it's up to the women how they want to perceive and judge me and so on. But I kind of know my own worth. And what I do want to say is you can find this anywhere. It doesn't have to be 100 grand or 6 figures. You can find this in 20,000 jobs, 30,000 jobs with decent people. Yeah, it's going to be harder. You're going to have to look a little bit.
Hold on, wait. I disagree with you on that, brother. Not no 20,000 or 30 grand.
Zach, let him finish and then disagree. Go.
Yeah, I'm just saying that you like when you start out and you're making your way up that ladder, you're going to meet people along the way, and you're going to meet decent women. So don't drop them out just because they might not be, I don't know, like vice versa, sort of, the way they're looking at you or the way you're looking at them. I'm just saying keep a little bit more of an open mind for me.
No. But see, the thing is this: I agree with what you're saying, and it's honest. That's cool. But the thing is, the reason why I'm in the Manosphere is because one of the things is being this humble, genuine guy and being honest and upfront, and I'm so loyal and I'm a leader and all that. These women still will use you and play you. You didn't know that? Like,
100%.
Listen, hold on, wait. We all men. We have a woman on the panel or whatever. The fact that I got cheated on with a 9-inch dick pisses me off.
Well, it's a question of what women value.
Cheated on with 100 grand salary. It doesn't. It happens. It just happens.
I'm just saying.
Zach, I think that she cheated on you because you didn't have enough swag.
Yeah,
I agree with that. Thank you. I'm glad you told me that. I knew I was right.
And I knew I was right. That's the get out of jail card for the woman. They can say whatever they want. You've got enough swag. The car's not.
Hold on, wait. But look, hold on. I'm not gonna go.
I was joking about that, Zach. I was just giving an example of why.
No. I'm just saying I'm not gonna go too far and talk crazy and be messy. What I will say is when a woman have a ruler and she measures your dick, like, oh, look at him. He has oh wow, like it's different. Why am I being cheated on with a big dick? Why? To the women.
Okay, wait. I want to say something there because Zach, you said that you got cheated on, but you also have to understand, like, I also got cheated on, and I was doing everything I was expected to do as a woman. I never ever disrespected this guy. This guy cheated on me with a girl with 3 kids living with her mom.
Yeah, because he was a freak. He wanted spontaneous sex randomly.
Bruh, I do what? I give this guy we have sex whenever he likes.
Oh wow.
And whenever he likes. This guy he went on vacation, right? He went on vacation with his friends. He left me. I was like, okay, cool. Let him go and do his boys' vacation, blah, blah, blah. First time he went, he cheated on me. I said, okay.
Because he's having a sex. He was going to look for he was going on the conquest of experience to have sex escapades where men randomly claim that they're delusional and I just put my dick in this bitch, which is honest and that's true about me.
Jack, you gotta work on the language, bro.
Sorry about that, bro. I'm from Chicago.
But then I excused it. I said, okay, he was with his friends. I was upset. Don't get me wrong. I was really hurt. But then it happened again. And then it didn't stop happening. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. It was so bad. Like, don't mind you. This was my husband we're talking about, not the friend. Wow. Yes, like I met him at
that is a game changer.
I met him at 21. I married at 23, and now I'm getting a divorce.
That's a good. Why are you getting a divorce? That's a good thing.
Like, what am I gonna do, Zach?
What you mean? Listen, Hold on, no. I don't want to cut you off, sweetie. Okay. It goes back to what the Manosphere said, which is what I've been saying. Women have the ability to change their mind, even in the marriage. Men will never leave you if you respect him. Even if he cheats, he will come back and fix it. He will come back and fix it.
Though. Even though he doesn't want to fix things, so what are you gonna do? I can't sit around and get hurt all the time. Oh boy, doesn't want to fix anything.
I mean, he was man enough for you to sleep with him and have sex, unprotected sex with him. So, what is the issue?
Zach, I got a question for you. Just real quick. So, are you like a busy guy?
Yes, I am busy. As far as my routine that I have in my life and things that I'm doing, as far as job, the children, and working out, and all this other shit that I'm cooking up.
Were you busy with the girl when you were with the girl that cheated on you? Were you just as busy or less busy?
No, it was nothing like that. It was something like, "Oh, what's up, Zach? How you been? Yada yada. Oh, let me know when you want to get your hair done." And I start having sex with her. You see, like 3 times a week, literally. And I started being honest about it. Like, I'm gonna stop doing this. I'm gonna stop. You know what I mean? Like, I'm like, no, that's not what I'm about. That's not my values. But I
Was that
start.
Zach? I think that you should understand that women are flighty. Like they don't really work on logic. She didn't really need a reason to do it. She just felt like doing it that
My
time.
my theory is that you were just too busy.
No,
No,
don't try to theorize women's behavior. Like sometimes they just do stuff. Like it don't matter what. Like whenever you
But
have,
yeah, what
and
what
then as a justification for a woman's actions, you're gonna find yourself disappointed because they just like doing stuff.
I'm not
it,
justifying. I'm just
no,
saying he
no,
feels like he was looking for a reason as to why she might have cheated. But I'm
Yeah,
saying
but
it
I'm
could have been
no,
anything.
no.
that
But
might be futile. Like like there probably doesn't like need to be a reason.
Yeah,
no, no. But
yeah.
you gotta understand. You gotta understand this too. Both of you guys are right. Like I've been said. Shout out to the Manosphere. No thanks to the Manosphere. I really realize a lot of things now. It's over with. But at this point, I really look at it like, man, I did all the right shit, bro. I was breaking my neck to be this good guy and fix everything in the house and give massages and rub feet
I
and
mean,
and
but once again, she did it because she's a woman. Like, I mean, that's going to happen.
but this
I
dude
mean,
was 5'6".
here's the thing. Here's the thing.
He was short.
Suda guys do stuff because they want to increase their sexual diversity or add diversity to their sex life. It's unfortunate. It's the part of our nature that we haven't conquered yet. Unfortunate but true, Suda. And that's something that I, as a guy, can understand and explain. But women just do shit just because, and there is no explanation. Nor do
I
they.
agree with that. I agree with that. That's true.
Okay. All right.
No, but I'm just
So
saying, GT. Like, listen.
Go
I'm
for it.
not all that. I'm not gonna get on here and make my life seem like I'm this big, bad, good dude and everything is perfect. No, the thing is, man, I did everything right, and I'm cut, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm cut. I'm in shape, man, muscles and all that shit. I got money. I work out every morning. I eat 1 meal a day. I take care of my kids. I fix shit. I did all of that. And you pick a dude who is 5'6", and I'm only 5'11". Like, what the
All
fuck?
right. See that you just stated the problem again. I mean, and I'm saying that there isn't a solution. Nor, I mean, and even if there was, we wouldn't know it.
Why
So
would you
I
want to
would
short a man
see.
who is
Don't
little?
ask,
He's a little
Zach,
boy. Like,
don't ask the question again. Don't ask the question again. Like every time I
all
tell
right, all right,
you
all
that
right.
you're asking
You're
the
right. You're right.
question, you reiterate how much you're worth over this guy, and then you ask the question again. Never ask the question again because
I
you're
agree with
never
you. I
gonna
agree with
get an answer, and you're just gonna put yourself in this like cycle that's gonna make you try to get 2 more packs, on your stomach. So let's just don't it's yeah. It's my
and
opinion.
so Suda. So
Yes.
so you're currently in divorce arrangements with your husband, right?
Pardon?
So you're currently divorcing your husband.
Yeah.
Okay, so I guess Zach was basically trying to say you should stay with him.
No, Zach just wanted to know why something like that happened, and we'll never know because women don't need explanations for their actions. They just act. Kevin Samuels, welcome to the show, brother.
What's going on?
Nothing much, nothing much. What's on your
you.
mind?
Kevin, how you feeling, bro?
Good.
It's
Hey,
the
Zach, how old are you? How old are you, Zach?
30.
And the woman that you had that cheated on you, was that your girlfriend, wife, significant other?
Mother of 2 children.
Wow.
8 years in.
All right.
I felt heartless, bro. I'm not bitter. And see, this is the thing. A lot of women say, "Oh, you're hurt. You're
Can
bitter."
I finish doing this?
Oh.
Because I read you already.
Right. Appreciate it, bro.
therapy and coaching. You've sat here and tried to. Game Changer's already given you the baseline. You don't want to accept it. You keep trying to reason when ultimately her attraction to you fell for whatever reason to the point to where she could step out on you. Regardless as to whether or not you can wrap your head around it, it happened. But the energy you're putting off right here is low value, low esteem. And that's all right, because if you want to make this become something you can build from, you have to listen to what people are telling you. Like the brother told you, they all go left eventually. They're all going to go left. I don't believe that there is anything a man can do in the Western world to make a woman completely want to stay with you. And you want to start talking about sisters in particular, different thing. But the question is, how do you prevent this from happening in the future? And that's where the coaching and therapy comes in. Doing the work on you, because everything you've talked about is external stuff. Your money, your height, your looks, your abs. That's only one part that deals with the attraction of a person. It does not deal with the securing or the keeping.
I agree with that, brother.
So, see, Iron Addict said, just because the Godfather, that's you, Kevin, is here. Much respect. I appreciate it.
No. But you know what? See, the whole thing is this is first off, Kevin, shout out to you, brother. Love the platform. I'm gonna respect what you're doing anyway. The whole thing is this. Maybe you're right. I'm not trying to put the energy out. The thing is, I've been that guy that did everything right, bro. I've been that guy that tried to be this quote unquote good, genuine guy, and he's humble, he's respectful, he got values, and he's a leader. I have been that, and yet still my experience in relationships with black women is an issue. Seriously.
Okay. How many relationships are we talking about?
Huh?
How many women are we talking about?
Up to this point, probably over 150 at this point.
No, you have not had over 150 relationships.
No, not relationships. Oh, serious relationships? You're right.
Yeah, how many relationships?
I would say about a good 12.
12? And
commitment?
You're 30?
Yes. 12 at 30. 30, yes, yes. I never be serious with no woman. They don't even know where I live at. They don't even know where I live at. I never let a woman know where.
Okay, let me define relationship, man, because it's. I think it's rather. I don't think it's possible to have 12 relationships and well,
it's a lot in
30 years. I mean, am I missing something here?
What?
What's your longest relationship?
You're right.
What's your longest relationship, Zach?
The longest I had was 8, but most women I meet, it's either like a year or 2. And then I'm done with them. And even if it's not that, it's probably like a 9-month stretch. And these are women I literally have access to every day.
Right. So the ones that's a year or 2, okay, because it's not, if you have one that's 8, you've only been an adult for 12 years.
There you go.
So
that don't mean nothing. My whole point is my experience, y'all.
You're cheating.
Zach.
That's it.
Zach.
I agree with y'all,
bro.
That's all I'm saying.
No, it can the only way it's possible what you're describing is if you're overlapping relationship. Like within that 8-year period, you had some at the same time. Some of these 1 or 2 year relationships at the same time. That's the only way that's plus the 150.
Hey, GC, let me ask a couple more questions. I got a jet. Okay. Zach, were you raised with your father in the household?
Yes.
Was he actually the final say? Was he like a dominant man, or was it like a 50-50 kind of situation, or did your mom have final say?
See, this is the thing with me. Just to be short with it, my mother and my father was together up until I was 13. And then both of them split, bam. And my father got married and my mother got married. So I come from a situation where we from Chicago where they was together.
I get it. Okay, so let me tell you why I asked that question.
Okay.
Because at 30 years old, you have a brother in his 40s. Game Changer in your 40s, right?
Yes.
I don't have no brother in their 40s.
No, you're talking about me.
He said Game Changers in his 40s. I'm in my I'm
sorry about
50.
that, bro.
And we're trying to give you benefit. It tends to be harder for men to listen to older men or men in a position of authority or wisdom if we didn't have men growing up. And that's why I came back on, because what Game Changers was telling you, you weren't listening to him. You kept on like going in one ear and out the other. So I came in and tried to tell you what I could see, and seemed like it's still going in one ear and out the other. That's one. And number two, I just asked you your relationships, and it's not making sense. And I'm gonna tell you the problem. A lot of men have, when we were raised like this, we can't sufficiently lead ourselves. So it's going to be hard to lead women. When I ended up getting cheated on and women was dipping out on me, is because for me, I lost masculine frame. I lacked up on my leadership, and I created the circumstance to where I can make myself. I gotta give them a reason. And here's the thing, man. This is why I said you may be the best dude in the world, but you got to work this out one-to-one with somebody who can help you work through the issues you handle it. And it's not YouTube. And it's the Manosphere is a good place to come watch some videos, get some content. But what you're talking about, if you want to have some different outcomes, you're gonna have to work that out on somebody's couch, and in somebody's maybe in a group setting.
No, I agree with you, Kevin, on that. But one thing about me is,
Zach, you keep saying but. You're Borgen, but Zach, you keep saying but it doesn't seem like you're really taking it in. Like you just like, I agree with it, but like, do you really agree with it, or are you just waiting to say whatever it is that you're about to say after the word but? You're Borgen too.
Hey, GC, thanks for letting me up, man.
All right, thanks for coming up, Kevin. I appreciate it, Kevin.
Yeah, nice to talk to you, Kevin. Thank you.
All right. So you hear what he said, right? Okay, so he's Borgen now. But once again, thanks. So Jackalope music. I appreciate you, brother. Says nice. Kevin is on. I appreciate you.
Session, a thing.
What's going on with Zach's microphone?
Yeah. Well, I think it's probably a bad connection.
It sounded to me like he was cheating on this girl.
Well, that's the only way.
Because of 12 relationships, right? In the 8 years, plus he was with the girl for 8 years, and then 12 serious relationships. Something is not right.
It's crazy to me when men do that. They be like, man, I can't believe she cheated on me the whole time. He's down, got secret families and shit. Like, damn. Like,
well, wait, I hear this a lot also from the guys. The guys will say the woman cheated on them because they were too busy. The men were too busy working. That's what I was
getting at. I'm thinking he was too busy, but it sounded like he
was because I'm thinking like even if he was too busy, somebody that's for you is not gonna cheat on you, bro. Like that's just what it is. Like honestly, I feel like anybody will cheat. Anybody can cheat. Cheating is a choice. Like really, it's a choice.
Well, a lot of women in the States value attention more than a good man. So like if you're a good man that you can provide and do all the right things for her, but you ain't got enough time to pay her ample attention, she'll cheat on you with a guy that can't provide her with that attention. So that's what
I was. Sorry to cut in. That's what I was really hoping, if I could just get a quick question in. I know Kevin's left now, but I was really hoping I could have just asked what would be the sort of finding a balance, or is it ruling with an iron fist, or is it finding that balance where you're, seductive, you're doing all them things, you're ticking all them, but like, how do you maintain that? I was so wanting to ask that question, but there's always another time.
Well, he touched on it briefly, but he did say he lost masculine frame, therefore he lost position of authority in the relationship. And and Zach, if you could hear me, the whole why did she do this? How did it happen? I mean, that is out of masculine frame somewhat. you know, but I mean, I know what you're thinking, like the relationship is already over, but that type of thinking is outside of masculine frame, because basically what you're doing is you're looking to her for logic and reason, as opposed to providing her with logic and reason. So, you know, I think that that's part of what you were asking, as far as, you know, I'm not saying beat or anything like that, but there is a certain, how can I say this? There is a certain group of behaviors that's associated with masculinity, that if a man doesn't show consistency with, he will lose value in a woman's eyes. Not saying that that's what happened to you, because you know your behavior came after that. I'm just saying that that's what Kevin was getting at.
I mean, like, what's like maintaining frame deal? Wouldn't that be like the same thing as swag?
No, because swag is too general. It's too fluid of a definition. AMS, alpha male strategy, he goes into details about what's a masculine frame. I don't know how y'all feel about relationship coaches, but I do know that alpha male strategies, he talks in detail about what's masculine frame and how does it, you know, how to maintain it and stuff like that. And you know, now he's a guy who's kind of like a dating coach, but for short-term gain for men. But if you're interested, go for it.
Like, how long would you have to maintain frame?
I think as long as you want the relationship to last, and that's why he's
like, is it like a conscious? That's what I'm asking. Like, it's like a conscious thing you have to do, or is it just being?
It depends. If it's not naturally you, like it's not naturally me, then yeah, it would be a conscious thing that you have to do. And what I mean by naturally me, so AMS says some things like don't be a goofball or something like that. But me, I like to joke. I like to joke and I like to laugh with women. So if I wanted to maintain a more stoic appearance, to get into her pants and continue to do so, then I would not be being myself. I would be being, you know, what's necessary to meet the end.
Yep. And also, too, one thing you have to say, it depends on the woman that you want to. Like, say if you're one of those ones and you're a workaholic because you're trying to do everything like that. Some women don't want that type of role, to be that one to just support as a side. So if she's not that type of woman who can't, you know, please herself at sometimes, as you say, like keep herself happy at sometimes, and you're working 15, 16 hours a day, then that's just, you know, some people are just going to use that excuse to go left. See, so unfortunately, not everybody you can put into a relationship category.
Yeah, that's what I was poking at. That's what it sounded like to me.
Because I dated a chick where I ain't gonna lie, I had 2 jobs and I was in school full time. So most of the time, the only time she saw me, she lived with me. But most of the time, she was only with me is when I was asleep. And I mean, like I sit here and think about it now, as I got older, any other woman, a woman probably would have been cheating on me, because I mean, you have access to all the bank accounts. I'm always either at work or asleep. You know what I mean? And then I hate to say, it's kind of one of the things, as they say, you don't realize the type of person you was with until they're gone. So I mean, not everybody can fit that role. You would think, well, fine, I can just go out and find another one. Not necessary. As you see, the ones that actually can live up to the standards are few and far between. But you know, let's say, work on thyself first.
True. On the masculine frame thing, facts. Yeah, I listen to AMS. I think that he's interesting. He's funny. You know, his accent and everything. Alpha male strategies. He's good. He's good to listen to. I don't know how far I could take his advice, because he's looking to take somebody's soul, and you know, he's what do you say, sleazeball. He's team sleazeball and stuff like that. I don't take it that far. So, you know, take from it what you can. But when he said masculine frame, and if I had time to ask Kevin that, I would have. But when he said that, I think that he might have meant, like, in the sense that alpha male strategies was talking about.
Um, GC.
Yeah.
I wanted to touch on what you just said, like in the AMS guy. You said that he says like guys shouldn't like laugh with girls or something. You shouldn't like be like funny.
They shouldn't be goofy.
Yeah,
Goofy.
I don't want to take anything he says out of context. You know, it's probably better to watch him,
No,
but
no, no. Yeah, no, I completely understand. Like, no, I don't want to take anything out of context either. But like, I feel like on your side, I will definitely agree with you, bro. If you can't make a girl laugh, you can't make her wet. I'm sorry, but if you can't make her laugh, you can't make her wet. It's really true because it's like it's so much easier to have sex with somebody that makes you laugh compared to like if the person is so stoic. Wouldn't you like be scared? For instance, if a girl was so uptight, wouldn't you be scared even to touch her shoulder because you don't know what her reaction would be?
yeah, true. So, I don't know. I've used both, and I use one when I know that a woman wouldn't understand my humor. Stoicism does work in that if I'm still attracted to a woman, but I know that if I told a joke, she wouldn't get it, because just my type. You could kind of tell, you could pick up on that. So yeah, being silent works, and letting them talk the majority of the time does work. So I understand, why he has that. But I do, as far as long-term, like I say, his tactics are for short-term. As far as long-term tactics, then I would like somebody who understands me and understands my style of humor and things like that.
Suda, from a woman's perspective, what would maintaining masculine frame look like?
A masculine frame look like?
Yeah, what would it look like?
I mean, for me, it would be like if a guy who takes charge. Do you understand? Like okay, I grew up in a house where my father was the guy. Like you don't cross my dad. That's just like simple. So for me, the how I was raised and how I even am in a relationship is like the guy is the boss of everything. Like that's it. There's for instance, if I had to go out with my friends, I will have to ask permission from my husband. Like, can I go? If he says no, sorry girls, I can't come. That's just it. So masculine is more like that. Like the dude takes charge completely. Like he's in charge of everything. Like you have to ask permission. And it's not a bad thing. Like I don't think it's a bad thing because it's like, especially when you are in a committed relationship, you can't just go out for drinks with your girls. Y'all know what happens when we go out for drinks. We go to the bar. There's guys who want to talk to you and stuff like that. So of course, like your partner, you have to tell your partner or ask your partner if you can go. But and he says like, no, not tonight. Maybe next time you can go. That's just what it's gonna be.
Well, I'm not even gonna lie. I mean, if you in a relationship, it shouldn't be no girls' night out like that, really, all like that. That shouldn't be a common thing you do.
Unless the girls are in a relationship as well.
Yes,
Right.
people that are also in a relationship, of course.
Well said.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like girls' night out should not be like that. By the time the next episode is what you say a girls' night out, it should be so far that you don't forgot the last one.
That's
I
the
mean,
thing,
no,
and it
that should
happens
not
like
be. That should not be a monthly thing.
Yes, and it would happen just like that because it was so far out. I would have already
Right.
forgotten about it all. Yeah.
But if she's going girls' night out 2 and 3 times a month, no.
Nope.
But you know what?
So if a woman had a church group or a bingo group, because my grandfather was that type of dude.
Well, that's not girls' night out. Girls' night out is when they say go in the clubs. Now, bingo group or
no, that's not even.
that's not girls' night out.
Yeah. Okay.
They got to get
Girls,
that going out
girls'
to a
night
bar,
out.
alcohol is involved. Yes.
Girls' night out is sluts' night out.
Girls' night out is when she go to her side nigga house.
And also plus like you can't, like if you're in a relationship, you can't sleep out. You can't sleep out over at anybody's house. That's a no. Like a no.
Oh, definitely.
Girls' night out now, she drives right past the club and goes straight to the other guy.
Now you know what? Let me say something real quick. Let me say this. Shout out to Game Changer. Shout out to Captain Samuel.
because like I've been saying, like I've been in this space for like 3.5 years up to this point. Like, trust me. Like, I mean, this is the Manosphere, like I've been saying. So shout out to them brothers. Yeah, a lot of y'all was right. I respect where you're coming from.
Don't say but. I appreciate it.
So what would be the solution then if the girl, you know, because like you've got to let a woman have a night out there and then? Should we be preparing for this and doing certain things before they go out, and so they're not looking for that? So, you know, or
if your girl is in a committed relationship and you're concerned about marriage, I hate to say the single things that you used to do, you don't do no more.
No, you can't.
I mean, otherwise, if she's plain and simple, otherwise it's that you don't need to marry her ass. And I think a lot of times what have happened is us men, we've allowed that, you know, like plain and simple. She wants to do girls' night out, this, that, and the other. Then she's your girlfriend at best, and fuck buddy, that's all. She can never graduate to that category.
Yes, that's true. Because you know what, the thing, but see the thing is
the wrong person for the job. You can't make her a wife because she's not wife material.
No, but see, we have to say something about the psyche of men. The idea that you want to give commitment to one woman, as if, listen, it is possible for a man to love more than one woman, and a lot of women have a problem with that. That don't mean he's a dog. That don't mean he's cheating.
It's possible, but if you're going to be in a committed relationship, I mean,
oh boy,
that's what's going to get it. That's what's going to get them.
We're doing this again.
If you guys come to that agreement that y'all are only supposed to be doing each other, and you know whoever strays first is the one that did wrong.
No, you a man. You are a hunter. You are meant to have a variety of women.
See, oh man, so you one of them guys that's like, oh, dude,
not really. I'm one of those guys of respect. I'm just being myself. I'm being realistic. The idea of me loving one woman, please, that is a myth that some of you little men believe. Oh, I'm really connected with her. We have chemistry. Fuck all that.
But dude, would you just flip your shit because the girl cheated on you?
Yeah, that's kind of weird, Zach.
No, I feel disappointed. I'm not hurt and bitter, y'all. I feel disappointed because I thought I was better.
You asked why like 10 times, Zach. I mean, it's on your mind.
I did. I felt salty. No. That's true too, y'all. That's true. I felt salty. But my thing is the idea of some little average black woman can try to play me. I'm better. My standards are different.
Well, I'm letting you know
not better.
Brother man, I'm gonna let you know like this is plain and simple. You got to realize one of the things you got to take out of it, you can't control anyone. I've been the one who, listen, I've been the one who have been cheated on, and then I've been the one who, I mean, this dude could buy and sell dozens of me. And I'm sitting up in his house, fucking his girl. And I mean, like I said, I've been that one. I mean, and what's so bad? I even thought about it too afterwards. I remember I broke it off with her, and she was about to commit suicide because her side piece left her. But it's just the fact is, look, but I realized, but I valued myself more because I realized, look, man, I ain't gonna be I'm not gonna be a part of somebody's shit either. I'm gonna be all or nothing. But I mean, I understand why she wouldn't leave, dude. Dude, like I said, he could buy and sell 20 of me. I mean, but it's like the fact is, I wasn't gonna be nobody's boy toy, as they said.
No, but see, the thing with me is this, Judge. I agree with all of you brothers. Like, y'all are right. My thing is this. I'm gonna get over all this old sympathetic shit. I really don't like to tell my business. I'm just being realistic, and I'm just letting people know, like from experience, there are certain black men who are doing the right things and still being fucked over by black women. Seriously.
Okay. But here, let me let you know. I'm just gonna let you know like this. Look. Now, here, I'm gonna sum it up for him, Game Changer. Okay, now, say I build I put the joint compound, I paint the room and do all of this. I did everything the proper way, right? I could come back the next day and it could be a layer of paint up under there that's bad and cause it to bubble up where you didn't see it the day before. So just because I did everything right does not justify that the outcome is going to be a 100% perfect. I mean, sometimes you just sometimes you get to areas in your life or find people that, yeah, you did everything right by them and they didn't do right. So basically what you do, just move on to the next one.
But wait,
You can't
You
take it as
just
that.
missed
That's all it
something.
is.
You
you're
do
doing
it right, but you just
everything
missed that
right.
one thing.
Right.
Go ahead,
You're
Fat.
doing everything right, but you cheated on her.
Yeah, I
Right.
noticed that too. Facts. Were you trying to say something?
Like damn, like that's like getting the perfect score, and then you get one question wrong, but like you still fail the test. Like I don't know, that's crazy to me. Like I don't know.
No, well, I mean,
No,
unfortunately, it's his life. How old are you, man?
But just so like you just saying cheating is like this part of
I
life.
mean, it's no offense. It's a real high stakes game with a lot of emotion, a lot of variables, and a lot of different factors. With a lot of outside influence, you're not gonna win them all.
Thank you.
Nope.
and look, this is sorry.
And once again, I'm not bitter.
Zach,
I'm not
Zach,
hurt.
no, I hear you, but Zach, let Facts go. He's been trying to chime in for a second.
I was going to say, when you're playing high stakes games, you've got to look at everything around you, and everything is going to, for me, how it's going to proceed from there. So I can't afford to overlook some bubbly. I need to see everything before I make that. We as men are allowed to make choices and say this isn't working, or like before the women do. Like you can feel, when it is or isn't working. So if you're playing a high stake game, you need to be aware of that and really keep your cards close to your chest. For me.
No. But listen, hold on. One thing you don't realize, a lot of you men have a problem with this. Stop believing that women will tell you the full truth. They won't. Even
I
if you
agree.
think you're a husband and all that, it's not true. A lot of you men believe that women are honest to you. No, she's not. Guess what? She's one of athlete, but she settled for you. You can act like you're the man all you want. Guess what? She will tolerate you. But a lot of you men don't know this because you've been raised to be, I'm just a man. Hey, I'm just providing and I'm a leader. And it's bullshit. It's bullshit.
It doesn't matter, brother, man, because basically there's no way to guarantee success. There's no way. If there was a way to guarantee success, that you do these 50 things and your woman will never leave you. Right. It's just not like that. Unfortunately, evidently, like you ever built anything with your hands or worked on a project, you might have hired managed a group of people. You done set up the workflow right, done everything right, made sure you had plenty of stock, this, that, and the other. And then it's always variables that are unforeseen. I mean, you can't, and this is the bad thing. Even they look at us in the Manosphere and they think that we're mad at women. We're not really mad at women. A lot of us talk about the problems. But the fact is, this is what I've done. Every relationship that I failed, I don't blame her. I go back and say, okay, well, fine. And I did with the best that I could. I figure I'm just going to be better for the next woman I'm with.
Yep.
I just turn it up a notch even times. I remember I've even had women say, "Oh, I should have stayed with you. Not going back to you though, because I already know what you put me through." But it's like,
see that
it's like just work on yourself, man.
That was half my mindset. That it was like, if this relationship doesn't work out, that I'm not going to be sour about it. I'm going to take that and do like to the next relationship. I'm like, so I'm not going to beat myself up. But for the one, like this girl obviously wasn't the one. So like I'm not gonna be sad about it. I'm just gonna, say, right, I've learned that and move on.
Zach, it seems like her cheating on you is more of an ego thing because you admitted to cheating on her.
No, I didn't. Listen, I never dogged her out or cheated. I was being honest up front. The problem was when she changed her mind and she started running her goddamn mouth and snapping her neck, rolling her eyes, running her mouth, being nosy, talking on the phone. It was pissing me off.
So, did you cheat, man?
No, I didn't cheat. I still just gave her space. But she cheated because she felt disrespected.
So you never cheated on her during the whole 8 years?
No, no, I didn't.
So what do you define as cheating? We wouldn't define it as cheating. Were you with any other women?
No, I didn't sleep with those women unprotected.
You said you cheated. Shut up, man. Yeah, I was about to say, no offense, dude. When you said no and you paused, I knew already you were lying.
Because then you don't need to have people like me around. I'm
not trying to grill you or nothing, man. But
No, I never dogged her out.
It don't matter. You cheated.
No, Judge.
I ain't even trying to like.
Hold on, wait.
It just kills me when men have this this mentality, like, yeah, I'm gonna go fuck 80 women, but then his girl cheats back, he ready to kill himself. Like,
I'm not gonna kill myself, gentlemen. I'm just being realistic about how I feel about it. That's all.
Zach, I've actually got this one. Zach, I've actually got this one. If you look back at what you just said about the phone calls in your company and the texting and this, that, and the third, for me, it'd be like, look, you're in my company. This is inappropriate. We don't do this. I'm not doing this to you, so I won't accept that from you. So if you want to continue with this sort of behavior, do it away from me. That's how it is.
Definitely.
No, the problem was.
No, you had the opportunity to say that, Zach. You had the opportunity to say this to this woman, to say, look, you're in my company. I'm not doing this to you. Please do not continue doing this.
No, you're right. And we had conversations about the situation. But the thing with me is, no thanks to me having standards as a man, my penis is big to the women that's out there. I don't take no for an answer. You do what I tell you. You don't know enough. You haven't lived enough, okay?
No, I'm not saying we're going to do that to the woman. That we're not going to be.
Things I gotta cover. C Iron says, GC, keep pushing and loving the platform. Appreciate you, brother. And to all the ladies listening, Zach has a 28 centimeter penis if you're on that metric system, and a 9-inch penis if you're on the English.
GC, you're so messy.
So there you go.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
All right. So basically, what you're saying is you don't consider it cheating because you use protection, right?
I believe
she said that.
No, listen. I'm not saying that personally. I will never be irresponsible and just be reckless. What I will say is, if it's a situation,
you never did it with it. No, you said I never did it without a condom with other people while I was in a relationship.
But that's not cheating. No, because
he said I use protection.
Hold on, relax, you guys. That's not cheating. If you're in a situation where you're living your life and we're separated, we're not being bothered with each other. Okay, so I'm fake single.
All right, Cohen, look at him trying to cover. I hate to say something, dude.
Judge, let me ask this. Suda. Hold on, Suda. Did your husband use protection? Did he use protection with the other woman?
I don't know.
You should ask him, because if he did, then the divorce is off, right? You should have asked him, like, yeah, like, wait a minute, did you use protection?
Yeah, brother, man. I hate to say this, man, but you got a really fucked up way of thinking, and unfortunately, if you don't get this under control and be a little bit more open-minded, you're probably going to repeat the same results. Just speaking from a person a little bit older than you, and I've been down a lot more roads. Mm-hmm. I'm just letting you know, man. You need to maybe, like I said, I ain't even gonna lie. Don't even worry about getting another girl. Work on within.
The block doesn't change. We need to change.
I agree with you, Judge. I agree with that. There's nothing wrong with that. My thing is this: I'm not crazy, y'all. I'm telling you what I know. Don't be cool about what I say. Please stop trying to analyze everything I say. I'm being realistic and upfront. Point blank, period. I'm being honest about who I am.
I'm just saying. Listen, I'm just telling you like this. This is the problem. Your way of thinking might be flawed. And sometimes I've noticed that I've given myself.
Maybe I'm wrong.
Listen. I've given myself more stress. I've put myself through more stress, more problems, and everything else when I had a flawed way of thinking. So I might have thought I was doing right, but I had a flawed way of thinking, which put more burden and stress on me. So sometimes you need to change the way you're thinking, and then that will change, how your life is going.
I agree with that.
Okay.
Definitely.
Okay, so on that note, I'm gonna shut down. Let's do final thoughts. Let's start with Smargo. How do you pronounce that? Smirgo.
Well, yeah. Well, my final thoughts is just Men need to do what's good for them and focus on what's positive instead of focusing on a lot of negative. And there are solutions to countering this gynocentric society we live in. Just gotta find whatever route's best for you and fits your needs, I suppose. We're probably not gonna find a perfect solution for everything, but with what the information we do have and what's available to us, we can make do in this society. So that's all I gotta say. Oh, and cheating with a condom is still cheating.
Okay, I appreciate you, bro. All right, and Suda.
Yes. I would say like this is very fun. I've never had so much fun in a panel before. This is really fun. And I wanted to say what you call. I heard it. Okay, Zach's talking about what you call how he's feeling. Bruh, you fall in love again, man. Somebody will show up again. There's not even you don't even have to worry about it. This is life. There's a lot of people in this world, so somebody will definitely show up again. I do have a question though, Mr. GC.
Yes,
do you guys believe in like soul ties? Like, do men believe in soul ties? Because I heard earlier, someone said like, oh, I have a lot of girls, I can just have sex with whoever. But do you guys believe in soul ties?
Well, to be honest with you, I believe because I think what you're asking is, do you think that a man can have a truly deep connection with someone so much so that he doesn't think about other women? I think that's what you're hinting at.
Yes.
Okay, so men have, and this is an excuse for a behavior, but it's an explanation. Something in them called the Madonna-whore complex. Madonna represents the essence of womanhood, of wife. She's wife, mother, nurturer, queen, etc., etc., etc. She is that. And a whore is simply a whore. She represents a man's base nature. Men, including myself, and I've spoken about this on my panel before, have trouble getting his needs fulfilled from one vessel, meaning that he don't feel right treating his Madonna like a whore, and he never wants to treat a whore like a Madonna for obvious reasons. So, and that's often why men cheat. It's not like they go out to a nightclub and hope that somebody else cooks them dinner. Like he's actually, like he has his Madonna at home and he's looking for a whore. He's looking for sexual gratification. So we can conflate the two or we can have the two without really affecting the way we feel about our Madonnas. We can. We can have a whore and not really lose love for our Madonnas.
Well, basically, kind of like in the movie Analyze That, I think it was, where he was just like, wait a minute, I thought you were married. He's like, wait a minute, my wife kisses the kids with that mouth.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, and I was thinking that too. Like, I don't want the woman who goes down on me to kiss my kids. Now, in a monogamous relationship, there really is.
Watch that movie and see when he made that comment. He was like. Basically like what? Because I'm not even gonna lie. I know a lot of people who stepped out, but plain and simple is the woman at home got everything. Yeah, listen. I know men who just live like there's a guy down the street from me.
Whether y'all like it or not, there's no such thing as a man cheating. Let him cheat in peace.
Oh my gosh.
So, we'll get to your turn, but I mean. So to answer your question, and I think that this is what you're getting at. Yes, a man can have ties with a woman, but still have a desire to cheat on her. And the only apprehension that he has is that he doesn't want to get caught because he doesn't want to jeopardize his Madonna for a whore.
Right.
For whatever strange reason, even though a woman can be a lady on the street and a freak in the bed,
for real,
we just don't want that as much as like we have trouble separating the two. We just do.
Right.
That's what we have to work on, But yeah, like Judge was saying, like I said before, we don't want the woman to do that to kiss the babies. Now, if we can have two, one for that and one for baby kissing, that would be ideal. But we have to work on that.
Right.
Yeah, but
I
see,
mean,
but see,
yes.
also see what that is. I don't believe that men have soul ties to women and all the other bullshit. This is a lot of things that you've been taught. It's not true. It's not real. I'm gonna just break it down like this. It's not real.
Shit.
A lot of that.
You ain't met the right one yet.
No, it's not true. Women.
But let you know you ain't met the right one yet.
Women present these ideas as if they true. Like
I'm not
that's not
saying
how
it's
men
not, but
operate.
I'm just letting you know you ain't never met the right one yet.
I
You're gonna
believe.
have
I
one.
believe. I
Look,
believe that.
this one that you're going through talking about this shit, she might have been that way, and maybe you just didn't realize it. Now
And I still
but I'm gonna
respect her,
lie.
bro. I don't hate the girl. I don't hate
Right,
her. I'm just saying I got over
that's
it.
why I
But
said she might have been the one that you realized that that you was really attached to, and you just trying to say that in a roundabout way.
No. I respect her as a woman. We was together. I can't be phony. I can't act like I wasn't with
You
her.
love her?
But no, I don't love her.
Took too long to answer because you said,
No, if it come to my life, I choose my life over a woman. I'm sorry.
Well, of course that, but I'm saying is, do you love her? The answer was,
No, I don't. No, I don't.
like, just give you an
No,
example
I
that
don't.
shows, right.
I don't.
That shows that I had to think about it.
Listen, Judge. See, a lot of men don't want to understand one thing about women. They change.
That's
And
true. Men
a
change
lot of
too.
you,
You evolve.
a lot of you, hold on, wait. A lot of men think, oh, this is my wife, this is my woman, my girlfriend, my this and that. You put your woman around millionaires, she'll be a damn groupie sucking dick in cars. Seriously.
All right.
Stop
So
believing it.
let's go.
You hurt, buddy. You hurt. You just really need some help. I hate to say that. Before you get into another relationship, search it within.
Just re-listen to Kevin's advice.
Search within, brother.
That, yeah. But
because I'd hate for you to meet a good one right away and you treat it like crabs and lose that one off. That's the worst thing to do.
Yeah.
You really talk about all this stuff, but like you could go through shit and you can meet a good one and treat them like crap. Or what's so bad?
There's no such thing as a good woman.
And
There's
leave
no
her.
such thing as a good woman.
All right. See, yeah. Listen to Kevin's advice again, brother, because we've been
work on thyself.
But facts, go for it.
Yes, I just wanted to say a couple of things. The first thing is really, I'm in a new relationship at the moment, so I wanted to say thanks to Game Changer for the last time I was on about the conversation we was having about we love you women to pieces, but you can't be our best friends. You can't come and play Xbox with us, and that's helped me in the relationship I'm in at the moment. And for today, was just mind blowing. It like just the last thing Game Changer said. Now I've got to go away and review that, and that's what I have to do. So I'd suggest everyone, just go, absorb what we've talked about today and take a moment and just see how you can apply that to your life. So thank you for letting me be on the panel, Game Changer. Thanks for the panel. Thank you, Kevin, for passing through. I'm really grateful. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Appreciate you. Okay. So yeah, just more what he said. Like I know Suda, that you want to be a man's everything, but we're just different that way. I mean, maybe it's what makes us great. Just having this concept of division of labor and division of task is what we build civilization on. Maybe if we took that away, we wouldn't be able to build civilizations. But I mean, we do have that. Like, we do want both the Madonna and the whore, and I'm not different.
Yeah, but your Madonna can be a whore in the room, you know what I mean? Like, hey, man, we can stalk it, but yeah, I guess what I hear you, GC. Before I go, I want to say this. Whatchamacall, that's even okay with the whole Madonna and the whole thing. And they don't want to. The whole concept you had with like kissing the babies on the mouth. But I mean, wouldn't a guy want his wife to do all these things to him anyway?
Somewhat, but I'll say that. I mean, like, basically, what I've learned too as a man as we gotten older, I never get bomb ass sex, like right home, or I'm thinking about it sex with a woman who is a good parent and a good wife material. Like, my sexual encounters where they've been, blow your socks off, all of those have never been with a woman who would even be considered a good wife or parent.
Oh, wow.
I'm just letting you know. And most men may not come out and say that, but most of the time, like, you know, if you a wife usually gives you about, the sex is probably like a 6. And like I said, I ain't gonna lie. If the sex is like a 9 or a 10, I'm gonna let you know 9 times out of 10. As they say, you ever heard where they say good pussy is always attached to crazy people? It's so true. Yes, it's so true.
Yeah, we just that's you know, I don't have advice on, you know, that I could give women to deal with that, but that is definitely a shortcoming of men, not just black men. That's definitely,
yeah, in general, not just black guys.
Definitely.
Yeah, that's a shortcoming of men. That's why Arnold Schwarzenegger, the former governor of, you know, my fair state, you know, that's why he had a baby with the maid. Like, that's just like, I mean, one is for kissing a baby, the other one is
right.
Yeah, we're just, you know. Now, don't get me wrong. Through discipline, we deal with it, you know, or just, you know, through lack of options to actually have a whore on the side. But realistically, that's what we want. But, you know, that's what we want naturally. But we do compromise, and, you know, we just like let her kiss the baby. And
I mean, it's kind of funny to say that, but tell the truth, game changer. Most of your longest relationships were never with the top notch, like the people who you say, "Oh, my sexual encounters, I give this person a 9 or a 10." Like, or the only way you would be in a relationship with a 9 or a 10 if y'all was always breaking up an on and off relationship where y'all was always in fighting. That's how you know. Okay, well, fine. That would definitely, the sex was that good.
I disagree with that. I disagree with that. However, I never took a relationship to the whole Madonna level. I never been married. I never had a kid with a woman. You know, so like most of my longest relationships have been like with women that I've been more attracted to, and, you know, and I like the sex with them.
Right. Well, I say, yeah, like I said, it's, you know, I've been around the block too many times, I say.
Yeah. I haven't went that far down, so I haven't had like the whole Madonna, you know, thing long term.
Yeah, right. If you try to like, you know, some women, you be like, okay, well, fine, you know, you could put her in a house, do this, that, and the other, and then you be like, the sex is okay. I mean, like, the sex is good enough where I won't cheat on you.
Oh, hell
but
no.
It's not. It's like good enough to where I won't cheat on you, but you damn sure ain't my best sexual partner.
Well, to be honest, like most of the times when I've been in relationships that I don't cheat, it's not because of high moral reasons, especially when I was younger. And it's not because they were the hottest chick that I had access to either. It was because they were the most sexual ones, and I became lazy to ease of access.
Oh, well, now, so wait a minute. So basically, you trying to say that basically you only mess with, basically you weren't in no really real long term relationships. You only mess with the bomb sexual partners, and it never went no further.
No. Some of them were serious, just not serious enough to become wife and kids. But
well, that don't sound serious to me.
Yeah, so it wasn't that serious.
Guys' terms, not in a woman's term, that sounds serious, but not in ours.
I wouldn't reduce it to just sex. I'm just saying, like, when I was younger and I played the field, the ones I wound up being monogamous just with the ones that I didn't choose because of that reason. Like, because you know, when it came down to it, I would rather have sex with this one than to attempt to seduce another one. So, like, if I was with somebody who, you know, was just doing it well, like, you know, I'll go out and I'll ask a girl for a number. Back in the day before we had cell phones, before everybody had cell phones, I asked for a number and I get the number, and I'd call, but then she'd say, you know, let's go out to Dave and Buster's or something like that. And I'm like, yeah, I could do that, or I could do this. So it came down to that.
That she represents Queens. She was raised out of Brooklyn.
Yeah, like I mean,
I was waiting to finish so you could say that because I know exactly what you meant at the beginning.
No, I mean, well, this is a younger game, yeah, but this is a younger game changer. No, this is a younger game changer, and this is before, like, this is just like outside of the moral foundations. It was just practical. You know,
game changer when he was playing games, right?
Yeah, exactly.
See now we went to game changer to Ready Player 2, right? Not
But yeah, those were the ones that I just found myself like monogamous with. I don't know how I got into that, but yeah,
I'm pretty sure you probably did it on top of appliances, didn't you?
The Chronicles of Game Changer.
Come on now,
Series 1.
We talking my apartment days and all that. It wasn't no appliances. Like,
no, I said, you talking about apartment days.
Well, it's always a stove. I had
to make a comment about the stove, but
yeah,
basically, I can't sit up here and laugh because my oldest son, was conceived. I'd fuck on the washing machine.
Wow.
So
I wouldn't have told. Like I would not have told my son that.
Huh?
What's your kid's name?
I wouldn't have told him that. I don't know where I was conceived, and I don't want to know.
I didn't tell him that, but I said I'm telling you guys that.
Oh, okay.
On top of the
What's your son's name?
Machine.
Whirlpool.
No.
So it makes it easier for you. That's showing your age right there. If you remember those commercials.
That's funny.
But I do admit it does something when that spin cycle's going.
Oh man! God, trip. Yeah.
See, that was back during my younger days.
Here, okay. So is that your final word?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, with that, make sure y'all hit the like button before you leave because you know how the channel band works. You got to hit that like button. Also, if you get a notification, send me an email because I'm in constant contact with YouTube. So, other than that, I like to thank the Cash Apps and Super. Oh, let me check the Cash Apps. Hold up. Like to thank the Cash Apps and Super Chats. Like to thank the managers and moderators. Like to thank those who are listening silently and those who are participating in the chat. I put the link to Zero Hate in the chat room. He's streaming live right now, so check him out. And once again, this is Game Changer 00100. Game over. Peace.
Peace.